You're alive, Scott.
All right, go get your beer and your shot.
Entertain the masses.
Chair.
Entertain the masses.
The masses. Hi, nobody.
It picks up. So it will,
I can hear you, Brandon. You better scream at your kids for fucking making it so I have to hear them. Let's see what he's got back there. He's got a guitar. He's got a ukulele. He's got all these pop things. What is that signed picture he's got up there?
Talking about mine?
No. Brandon's got some signed picture in his. You can hear him bitching to one of his kids.
Let me see what he's got. I see some Funkos. His
Yeah, I saw those.
video looks a little grainy to me.
Damn it, Brandon.
I can't even make out what like any of his Funkos are.
Oh. Well, when he was talking, that was on my screen, so I got to look at all of his shit. But now he's gone.
You can click their picture and it will.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's what I was
It
doing.
is pretty grainy. Yeah, it's a little worse now. Brandon, your internet's gone to shit, apparently.
Needs to get some wow. I don't know if that's it.
Oh. I saw you have gigabit internet. I'm very jealous of that.
Yeah, I wish they would give it to me for free. They'll give me 100 meg for free. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's plenty.
That's not bad, though. Yeah. Ah, Brandon, I love your shirt. It's a sweet shirt. But he's gone. Bastard. What is that signed picture?
What was his shirt? I didn't even see it.
It was Misfits Friday the 13th. Oh, yeah, Kyle. Yeah, already. I did that already, so I'm kidding.
Pre-show.
Yep. Took my dog for a walk, which is always my excuse.
Do you vape or smoke?
Smoke. I should vape.
I do both. I normally vape, but smoking's a lot faster and easier.
True. Very true.
That is a trendy shirt. I like that.
It's a sweet shirt.
I don't even like the Misfits, but
I kept seeing when I went to Riot Fest, I kept seeing people wearing that, and I wanted to buy one, but I couldn't find one anywhere. That shirt is sweet, Brandon.
Thank you.
I wish I had it. I saw so many people at Riot Fest with it. I just said that, but you didn't hear me.
Yeah, that's all right. That's the second compliment I got on the shirt today. Earlier today, we went to the Cincinnati Reds. The baseball team has like a big convention every year. So we were there, and like 98% of everybody there is wearing a Reds jersey. And I'm wearing this shirt, and some guy walks by, and he's like, "Cool Misfits shirt, man." I'm like, "Hell yeah, thanks."
It is really cool. What is that signed picture behind you? I kept trying to figure out what it is.
The signed photo is D. Snyder.
Oh, okay.
It says to Brandon, my protege from the real Captain Howdy, D. Snyder.
that's so perfect.
I did not get it autographed, though. My friend got it for me. I did not get that.
Oh, that's
A
cool.
great friend.
Yeah. Smoothie just disappeared.
Gotcha. Probably went back to polls.
Yeah. Oh no, you're not bringing out that fucking soundboard, are you? God damn it! There it is. I keep meaning to make your damn your bumper there for.
Oh, yeah.
I
like scars.
Yeah, I was gonna do it. I keep forgetting to do it though.
I know. I thought about doing it, and I was like, you know what? I'll wait for the day that Scott emails it to me because his will definitely.
It's gonna happen, but I'm not. I don't know when. Maybe I'll have time tomorrow. I don't know. Got ideas for that 5 seconds.
Man, like I have all kinds of cool ideas, and there's just not enough fucking time in the day.
No.
Like I can't even find time to do stuff I legitimately want to do, let alone
Yeah,
the project.
Literally everything.
But then I think about it. I don't know if it just seems like as I've gotten older, like the days shrink, and
Yeah.
it's weird because I don't even work as much as I used to, but it's still
No, but
like
you're raising
thing I know,
kids. That's
yeah,
enough.
like, I know the fucking day's over. And, like I barely spent time with my kids, but you know,
Yeah.
I watch TV for an hour and it's bedtime. Is what it seems.
Yep.
You know? Crazy.
We're all getting faster
getting
and faster to that grave, you know.
It's dang on shame.
Dang gone indeed.
Come on, Smoothie.
Yeah, man.
Scott,
Throws
did you tweet?
I haven't done shit.
Tweet
I
it.
will.
You are the tweet master.
I am Dr. Tweetingson. Something. I don't know.
Have we got did Smoothie ever sign up for the Secret Santa thingy?
I have not yet, but
No, he sucks.
when I do,
It does suck.
probably should put shot glasses on there because I don't have to drink out of a 9-ounce glass for my shot every week.
No, you definitely need to keep the 9-ounce shit. You need to just down alcohol.
All right, let's real quick before we go live on the thing. I'm gonna, since that wasn't working initially, I'm gonna hit record here just to make sure we got the.
Well, I got to do the thing, the Twitter.
All right, well, this is just a test, so say stuff and stuff.
Stuff.
There's stuff all over.
Okay, it looks like we're on the correct.
Be all good, homie.
We are. Oh,
We've only got one shot of Fireball tonight. I won't have one for the second half.
don't worry, I got you.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yep.
It's
Come
because I
on,
spilled a shot
computer.
last night.
That was an ICP song, man. I was just
Oh.
fresh in
No,
mind.
I know.
I it didn't dawn on me. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't either.
we're going to discuss that.
Really? You
What?
guys.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
let's
Why
see.
can't I find fucking Howdy Inc. on my YouTubes? Why is none of my shit?
Do you need me to send you the link or do you have it?
I'm looking. Hold on. The computer sucks. Oh my god, Kyle.
I won't fuck with it during the show. I'm just like,
I say fuck with it during the show.
I don't want to like steamroll your guys' fucking show. You know, I love being.
I mean, do what you want, but
You're that wacky
goddamn.
guest.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Come on, computer. Why do you suck? All right, I'm just doing it on my phone. Fuck this shit. Take me 2 seconds.
Everything was quicker on the phone.
Yeah. Trying to be all cool. Click clack in my way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying, so I don't expect you to.
No, nobody does.
Yeah. The worst.
Any of y'all check out that Flip Side album? Shit's so
I
good.
did not.
So good. 2005 album. Any of y'all check that out?
No.
That's sweet, man.
Was that this week's album?
Okay.
We'll listen to for next week.
That was the first, or that was 2 weeks ago. This past week we did Chameleonaire Ultimate Victory, which is a pretty sweet rap album.
Is
I'm
that
not-
the one with Crazy Bone on it? Is it the one with Riding Dirty?
And it doesn't have Riding Dirty, but he does do a song with, I think, Busy, actually. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, he's on the Bill Collector.
That's right. Oh, so that,
So tight.
I think all of them are on it, aren't they? Isn't it?
Already know if you ain't got my nose, you ain't got my paper. Whatever the fuck. When I pick up, oh, here it is. When y'all pick up the phone, y'all already know it's about to go down if you ain't got my paper. It's shit's tight. Like the best song on there.
We are fucking live, bitches.
Yeah,
Is that the?
That'll do.
that is it.
Episode 20. That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
just now was catching up on the Twitter. I seen y'all were looking for me. Sorry. I was just chilling in Gmail. Brian called me.
All right. I even put it on the FB.
Facebook
Y'all.
and the Vero page,
Y'all, the fart butt.
the Instagrams.
Fart butt.
We don't have an Instagram.
That's right. We were. I was supposed to do that before.
I was leaving that one up to you.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be you.
How the fuck y'all got on MySpace, but you don't have Instagram?
I mean, no one's gonna find us there because it's spelled wrong. We should probably take this
phone.
You spelled it wrong.
That's our smoothie.
Not,
That was awful.
damn autocorrecting. And/or fat fingering.
How the fuck is that autocorrecting? It's not spelled like an actual word.
right.
Don't try to blame it on that.
Auto incorrect.
All right, it's just time. Let's go live.
Who's taking it in, bro?
I'll take it in. I'll take
You
it
want to take it in? All right. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
for 20. I'll take the special episode.
Oh yeah, let's
Probably
take
fine.
my thunder. All right, go for it.
Box the shit out of it. This is 20. So, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna give 5 seconds of silence starting now. What is up, everybody? It is your boy Smoothie Butt, of course, and we are back.
Sorry, you said 5 seconds of silence, and I heard squeaky chair from Brandon. It sounded like a fart. Go on.
All right, our squeaky chair is in the house. We are here. We are back with episode number.
It's an official
20.
member at this point.
Number 20 of the Unknown Podcast. Who would have thought back all the way in February that we would make it to episode number 20? But here we
In
are.
December.
It is still December 1st, so we are kicking it off right on this first of the month. And
Wake up.
it is the first of the month, and I'm happy to be back here in the seat. As I said, I am Smoothie, and tonight we are joined by we got the good old Captain.
What's up? I waved. I don't know why the fuck I waved.
You're waving.
We got
Hey, all the people watching.
all the YouTube people watching. Of course, we got Mr. The Thought.
That's me. I'm Scott the Thought.
Who I stole his
We all
thunder
know.
from
did.
bringing in the show, but it's okay.
Son of a bitch.
I wanted to get the glory on this magnificent episode and this landmark episode, if you will. And we also
And I will. Go on.
Anyway, and we also have with us our good friend Kyle Specialcheesy of the Iconoclash podcast. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, man. Ready to come hang out. It's way past my bedtime, but I'm here to hang out with you guys.
Hanging out in the Google Hangouts.
We are keeping you up. So
Hey, I read the other day that the rumor is in 2020 they are shutting down Google Hangout.
Why?
I don't know.
are they just moving strictly to YouTube, you think? Like
That's what I was thinking. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, guess if we're still doing this in 2020, we should get Skype. I guess we'll go back to the.
I haven't used Skype in forever.
Yeah, me neither.
This is the most convenient way.
Mhm.
Unless
This
Skype-
is so easy, but
Bing
fucking
Hangouts, maybe? Will there be a Bing?
Maybe.
Bing.
If there is, we will. We'll be using our Hotmail, our email addresses for that one.
we can do it all through MySpace.
Hmm.
MySpace.
I don't think you can though.
At the Yukon podcast.
So anyway, episode 20, here we are, and we are going to continue this long-running tradition.
Smoothies had a few before we started.
and good quality.
And he went to Kohl's and bought some
kind of
God
nice,
knows what.
but we're doing it, and we are going to kick the show off, of course, with a shot. Our typical, and did I see
Oh yeah.
Kyle? Did I see you pouring some Fireball over there?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Al has the
I was
fireball.
ready. I had this specifically for the Unknown podcast. Only time I get
Fantastic.
I have Captain Morgan, like one of these little things, these little tiny bottles that I got when we went trick or treating, and they were giving this to adults. So
That's cool.
I have this left over. I'm gonna take this, even though I fucking hate rum.
All right. Well, here we go to episode number 20, boys.
Cheers, fellas.
Let's do it.
Cheers, clink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Kyle, bring the soundboard over. I appreciate that.
Makes it a true crossover.
This is a true crossover.
This is the closest we're probably gonna get.
I know.
One day we're gonna get ends on here. We are.
He's so not flexible. It's hard.
I always see
I'm
him
sure you know.
stop hanging out with Bushwick Bill and stuff at like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday night, so we can come hang out and Google Hang, I suppose.
Yeah, you can hang out with us instead of a rapper.
Are we cooler than Bill?
He does actual stuff like at night, and like me, I chill at home, go to work, come home, chill.
Define do actual stuff. Like, what does he do?
And he
Socialize.
yeah, he has
Probably.
plans. He goes to shows with his buddies, and then he went to an awards show thing with Bobby Cray, another local rapper, the other day. He I don't know. He'll go to Cleveland to go see Joyner Lucas on a whim. Stay out till 4 a.m. with copyright and shit like that. So, not to mention, he's more of a night owl. He works a serving job, so he's
that's how I
yeah.
am for
out
sure.
late all night. Yeah, and I'm sure you're on the same schedule. So right now it's like the middle of your day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the drill. I used to do third shift, and you just adjust. But
Yes, sir. So what are we all drinking on?
Oh yeah.
Let's Brandon. Oh no, sorry, Smoothie, you go. You're prepared.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to crack it live to officially begin it, but I got the champagne and beers, Miller High Life. But
like 2 hours ago, you were sending pictures
Yeah.
of real beer. What the
Right.
fuck happened? Did you drink it all?
I didn't buy it. That's what I said.
Nobody asked if you bought it.
You have it.
No, I wasn't. I was at somebody's house, and they had.
Oh, you didn't just steal it from them.
No, I should have taken a couple.
Rookie move.
For my pocket. Well, I think they had it was a variety pack because I know we sell that. At
Yeah,
John.
it looked like it.
and you just need to do what I do and invite people over and just let them leave beer here.
Probably would be the best case scenario. 'Cause
Happens every time.
They
Or
had
just go buy some fucking beer.
Or that, yeah.
And if you remember that picture I sent where I got this Brache de Oche, I don't know what the brewer is,
Oh yeah.
but I haven't touched these. This cup has only been used for Miller High Life, but they're like 10% beers.
Jesus. A few weeks ago, Smoothie sent us a picture of his champagne bottle of fucking Miller High Life too. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
That's what got me into it, man. I'm on like the Miller Life.
That champagne and beers.
My new beer.
That was my dad's go-to, growing up. That was his shit.
It's my
It's
new,
fucking dirt cheap, so I know why.
but it has the Miller name, and it was established in 19.
It was established. And
There
now
was a guy that used to work in the kitchen with me at work that had the High Life logo tattooed across his stomach.
Jesus.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
Fantastic.
It's dedication to a beer.
Definitely. That's brand loyalty right there.
that's shit. That's funny.
It's like Thug Life or Tupac, but it's Miller Life.
Miller High Life.
No worse than an icy tattoo, I guess.
Champagne in every day.
What are you
Right.
drinking there, Brandon?
I got Bell's Brewery. Do you know those guys?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
One.
They're out of Comstock, Michigan, and this one is a white winter ale. It's delicious.
Oh. Yeah,
Did you
those
have
are
their
good.
Did you have the brown one? The brown owl with the owl on it?
Yeah, I
Like-
think so.
Okay. I was just wondering how that was. We, like I said,
Yeah.
working into beer garden, I see all these fancy beers and typically never buy them.
Fancy bears.
But I was wondering how that was. The owl was selling me. I was like, oh, there's an owl in this. Has to be good.
There's some
Brown
pretty cool
ale is a
artwork
shit,
on these
too.
beers nowadays.
That there is.
Definitely is. So
What
what do
you
you
got, Scott?
Right now, I have a Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. It's fucking delicious.
Warren. I've never seen
Mm.
that.
And for after I'm done with that, I have a giant can of Pepsi
Boom.
PBR. I got they're so dirt cheap, and I'm broke.
PBR is
as
not a
hell.
bad beer though. Like
It's not bad for cheap beer. No,
Yeah.
that's why I get it.
It's just got this weird hipster reputation.
it does. Yeah.
Well, I'm a fucking hipster, so
Yeah.
whatever.
What's the
I don't
Guinness
care.
like? Like, how's it compare to regular Guinness?
Oh, this is much stronger, and it's darker. It's got that real dark stout taste to it.
Yeah, that sounds
Fucking
good.
It's so delicious. I love it.
Okay.
What are you doing there, Kyle?
I haven't cracked it yet, but this is a beer I found in my fridge. It says
Of course.
Cabin. It's New Holland Brewing Cabin
make good shit.
Brown Ale. There it is.
Brown ales are fucking amazing. I love
That'll be
brown
good.
ales, so.
I tend to like a darker beer.
Yeah,
Typically like
so
a
you're gonna love
Guinness or something, but
You like shit malty?
I like Killian's and shit like that.
Yeah, you'll love that then.
I haven't had Killian's in a while. Good beer.
That's a red ale, but that's kind of in the same ballpark. They're really good too.
Pretty good.
That company, that New Holland, they make a Mad Hatter IPA. It's one of the best IPAs. It's damn good.
Every time I drink an IPA, I'm like, why is this like the popular one?
Yeah. And that's like, we have like 8 billion breweries in Cincinnati now. And like, they all fucking make IPAs. And I like
Everyone
IPAs.
does. Yeah.
And like, it's just got to be too goddamn much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
like them too, but I don't care to drink them anymore.
Yeah.
We got the Brew Dog near us, and they like 90% of their beers are IPAs. I love that place,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, they have like 1 or 2 dark beers, and like they're good, but
Have you been to 16-bit yet, Kyle?
yeah, it's fucking sweet.
Okay, cool. I just saw they opened another location in Columbus like a week ago or so.
Yeah, you've been to the one down there?
I've been to the one in Cincinnati, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's awesome. There's like 3 or 4 places like that around here now.
Yeah, same here.
Where it's like a barcade. For those that don't know, you can go there as long as you're drinking and chilling there. Play the games for free. It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Arcade. Like Dave and Buster's kind of.
But no, like arcades like that were like 80s and 90s arcades.
Gotcha. Like
Yeah.
the cabinets and stuff.
The
That's
cabinets, yeah, all
Or
cabinets.
like a hipster, like nerdy vibe.
Yeah.
The ones I've been
cool.
to.
Sounds
I mean, it's
fucking
all-
perfect.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Like there's the one.
they're extremely cool.
I think it's 16-bit by us. They actually have like a Nintendo 64 set up, and you can play. They have like a box of games to
Dude.
play and shit.
Yeah.
Like I played GoldenEye when I was.
That sucks that you don't have a place like that around you, Scott, because I mean, I swear I have like
Does suck.
5 of them within like 20 minutes.
Definitely
of me.
don't have that here.
And 16-bit, like they're like more of a like upscale type one of it, but they have like all these cool like trendy little drinks. Like they have a Macho Man drink, and like they're all like themed drinks. The Macho Man drink has a fucking Slim Jim in it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really damn good.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I swear to God.
That just sounds gross to
I
have
don't think
fucking
I've
Slim
had that.
Jims in your drink.
Next time you go, Kyle, get the Macho Man. It's really good.
Be a man, Hogan.
Speaking of arcades, did any of you in your Black Friday shoppings or notice those like mini or like
Yeah.
size?
Yeah,
It's
I
on
saw that in Walmart today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had all the, like the Street Fighter games, and it was weird.
I think they were. I thought it's smaller, of course, but I
It's
thought
4
it was
foot.
fine,
Yeah.
and it would be nice. And they make risers. I saw online that you could actually get it
That's cool.
to normal height. But I thought that was maybe a little pricey for me, maybe because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I did.
But for what it is, like that doesn't seem too
It's just-
expensive.
It's a novelty. Yeah, it's cool
think-
though.
Something
What
cool.
was it, like $300 or $400?
300 or
I thought it was $250, I think is what they are at Walmart.
But-
What intrigues me is that I bet you there's a way to get one of those and just
Put a
put
Raspberry
like
Pi.
a Raspberry Pi on it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I'm sure that's what everybody is doing with them.
They've given you
For the screen and the cabinet alone, like, okay, I don't have to
Exactly.
fucking move it now, you know.
Because that's the hard part about doing it with a Raspberry Pi. So
but I thought they were pretty. I just we
yeah.
It
It actually came up as an ad on my Instagram, and I fucking hate ads. Like I try to like avoid them at all costs. But like I saw that one and I was like, well, now I got to go to Walmart's website and fucking search for it. And I did. I was like, that's pretty cool for $250. And then GameStop had them in their Black Friday ad as well, some different ones.
And I like how they had like the Street Fighter one. And that's the only one I played was the Street Fighter one. That's the one they had out at the one Walmart by me.
Well, they had it out.
They had it set up, yeah. So it was
cool.
So Casey,
yeah. I happened to glance and see it as I was walking by. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
But I like how they had the multi, like the different versions of Street Fighter on that one. Then they had like the classic, like the Galaga or however you say it. And the multi-cart ones. But definitely, that was one of the first things I thought. I was like, this probably can be either modded as is or throw a Raspberry Pi in there and just use the stuff just to get the most. Still keeping intact with even what you have, and then
I'd love to get one for sure. Like we had a whole conversation about it. Like we could put it down here in the basement and be fucking awesome. And my wife thought it sounded like a terrible idea, but
that's why you gotta slap around a little bit. Be like, no, you listen to me,
of course.
But I'm a big man.
I bought a Nintendo a couple weeks ago, like an NES. And it came with like 5 or 6 games. So now I'm like, I kind of want to start buying the old systems again, even though I have them all as fucking ROMs on every device known to man.
Speaking of
cool to just have
hipster,
them.
But it is kind of cool to have them. Yes. Like we've sat down and like played RC Pro Am and like Mario 1 and Duck Hunt a lot. And it's been a lot of fun playing them. So
you must still have a CRT TV then.
I went to the thrift store and spent $1 on a CRT. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess whatever then.
That's sweet. Yeah, I need to get one. A CRT TV.
Yeah.
Everything is coming vintage again. It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, it's cool to have like set up in the corner, you know, just
exactly how it is. Yeah, I got like this separate little corner over here that like wasn't being used.
Yeah, the kids now the technology in general. They think it's
I made Lane hook up the Nintendo. I was like, you ever hooked up a Nintendo before? And he's like, no. I was like, all right, here, do it. he had like he didn't understand like the whole RF thing or whatever, but like he figured it out pretty quickly because he's not an idiot. But I was like, that's good parenting on my part, I think, by making my kid hook up the Nintendo.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So now I want to go. I've got a plan. Of course, I've got a plan. So now I'm going to go through and like keep buying the next system like as I bought them like when I was a kid. So Sega Genesis is up next.
Yeah. That's my thought too. Like I keep daydreaming about I used to have a Game Boy SP that looked like an NES. It was like a special edition.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want that back, you know, and I had the Halo edition of the original Xbox that was see-through green. I
remember that. Yeah.
You know, I'm with you. I have the same feeling.
Yeah. I keep checking Facebook Marketplace for all this shit now, and it's stupid.
That's the place to look for shit or to find the most bizarre things on earth. I remember when it first started, there's like the weirdest shit that people would post on there. Most of it not actually something for sale. Like someone, I think I still have a screenshot on my phone. Someone would just be like, they held out a lighter that was that they lit. It's like a light for like $1. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I always troll that place for like the weirdest and dumbest things. That's all I've used.
I've mainly stuck to video games, so I feel like maybe I'm missing out by not looking at what you're looking at.
I just go scroll through like the newest stuff and just try to find the dumbest shit on there.
I think that
it's a work of art.
and to do like a lot of these like YouTubers, like because I was like at that point too and wanted to do that. And at one point I did have a Super Nintendo, a Sega Genesis, and I was not hooked up or just sitting here collecting dust and bought and tried to get games.
Not you.
Dad, yeah, but it's like a job. Like you have to be like even with the Facebook Marketplace, you have to go through. Like I know people always say, "Oh, I got this on Facebook. I found this guy," but you have to be willing to sit and scroll through and find.
Yeah, there's only so many out there that people want to sell because no one's making them anymore.
Right.
But it's just a lot of work to go and search that out. Like I gave a bunch. The guy who gave me the laptop, which is probably why he gave me the laptop. I gave him. I was like, look, this is just taking up space in my basement. I'm trying to clean it up to make my studio complete. As you can see how far I got with that. behind me, but
Where's that green screen, by the way, that you've been talking about for
I can't
months?
wait to see
It's
that.
been like a fucking year that you've been talking about it.
It's in the crate. You can't see because you might be able to. It's over in this area down
Dude,
here.
just leave it as a unknown podcast myth. Like it's just
The unknown green screen.
That's what this whole podcast is about. Is that,
Well, wait a minute. Think about this.
It's like the lore here. Like
Wait, think about this. Is the background? Is it just a green screen?
I don't know. What the fuck are you
Have a
doing with it?
fantastic.
You're the one who keeps talking about this green screen that you're gonna do shit with it.
So maybe he really is using it right now. Maybe he's actually sitting in his
there's the
living
green
room, but the green screen makes it look like he's in his
basement.
yeah, he really lives in like a fabulous mansion, and he's like, there's like a huge chandelier behind him.
We'll never know. No podcast lore.
When you finally do set up your green screen, that really should be the reveal. Is that you like?
I should just get the I should just get the same
Go to the side. You're like, it's like
And you're not sorry that you tricked us. That's for sure.
That's
Where's the soundboard, Kyle?
well, yeah, that would have been a good one. Hold on. Passcode.
You need a pet. Oh,
Wait
yeah.
for it.
This is great. This is the best way to experience a soundboard is just talk about it.
Yeah. All right. Here comes the joke. Here it comes.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It didn't work at all.
God damn it,
Yeah, I know.
No.
So I know we got to get this shit out of the goddamn way.
Oh, God.
We gotta get Juggalo talk out of the way.
I thought we were saving this for part 2 or second half.
No,
All right.
I think we only got one thing to talk about anyway, right?
Well, two.
We got smoothies. Yeah,
I mean, I just want to mention the thing that I shared with you guys earlier. That's right here.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I want to see that shit.
Oh,
That was actually cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So the one piece we had talked about this previously. I chose obviously not to do the unboxing here live because who knew when we were actually going to record.
You're the one who brought this together.
I did.
You knew.
The alcohol knew. The liquor knew. It said, "Oh, you're feeling good. It's time to go."
Go ahead.
So anyway, this is the House of Crazies box set. 25 years of crazies. Says there.
It looks like it's still wrapped.
I thought you opened it. Yeah.
I haven't. I don't know if I want to.
Oh,
all
I thought
right.
you did open it already.
It's so nice, and no, I just this is as far as I unboxed it, but this is as far as I've
Gotcha.
gotten. I just took the picture.
So it doesn't actually say House of Crazies on it anywhere, right? It just says HOK.
It says HOK on the side, but it's 25 years of crazy, and all the cassettes they actually all only say HOK.
So is that the same? I don't think that is the same as the original releases. The original releases said House of Crazy on the spine, right?
They probably did. Yeah, the only ones I think that are original or reproductions are the Mr. Bones and the ROC one. Like I believe from what I've seen online, like even the covers, it's like a different colored skull.
Okay.
Do they still not have the rights to the House of Crazies? I mean,
they're selling the songs. They have.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But there's something with the name that is making them just say HOK instead, though.
That makes me wonder if it's like the actual, because I remember one of those albums. I can't remember which one it was, unless I saw the title. But they released like a whole other remix version of it, and it was so fucking annoying because the original was sweet.
Maybe
hold that up.
Maybe they own the masters, but not the name.
It's got to be something like that.
Season of the Pumpkin. That album is.
That's exactly what I was thinking that you were talking about.
Yeah,
it's the only one I think I've ever listened to.
There's 2 versions of that album, and the remix version is way worse.
Gotcha.
So I wonder what one's on here.
Which one it is? Yeah.
I guess you will have to find out.
There was a record store that was in northern Kentucky that's like 20 minutes away from me, like back in the Juggalo heyday. They were considered like a Juggalo record store. They always got like everything in and shit, and they sold like jerseys, charms, and everything. And back then, like I bought a few House of Crazies tapes from them under the assumption that they were originals, like they were sold, like that's what I thought they were. But then they later like ended up getting sued by Psychopathic for selling bootleg merchandise. So I don't know that I actually did have an original of the tapes that I thought I did or not. So, and they got shut down. They ended up getting sued by Psychopathic, and because of all that, like the store went out of business.
So
What if Psychopathic owns the name House of Crazies?
That's what I was going to say. Do they own the rights to it?
Maybe.
They probably do. Well, at least the name, because they maybe Twisted was going to start as that and then changed their name when they were signed. Who knows?
But I swear I just saw them release a hat that says House of Crazies on it. Like,
Oh, well, then I don't fucking know.
I mean, I saw one on Instagram come across today. It said HOK.
oh,
They might have. That's weird. I don't.
All right. It's a mystery that we are still uncovering.
I bet
Stay
if we
tuned
just
on the
do
Unknown podcast for the House of Crazies name
All right. So that was
story.
So you're not going to open it?
I'll open it. Yeah.
No, I mean I totally don't want to touch it.
Unboxing it on his channel, I thought.
No, I did do just the unboxing of this. I didn't go through. It's a very quick video unboxing and talking. I don't even think I mentioned any of the album's names in it. It's been out of practice with the whole YouTube.
All right. Well, don't worry about it. I mean, you don't have to unbox it here. No one's going to see it besides us.
The only complaint, not complaint. I mean, I have it would have been cool if they included like a digital copy of all the albums.
Yeah.
Specifically like a one-time use. You know, you bought this, you can get them now digitally. But that's the only thing I think for the presentation. I think it's a nice little.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
You know,
it looks awesome. I would want to personally, like, I would have the same feeling as you. Like, oh, do I want to open it? Yeah. But then again, I would think to myself, like, I mean, we're talking about Magic Ninja Entertainment, and then I would be like, I want to look at the art and read the liner notes. Let me look.
I want to see if they have it. But then again, I mean, that's with a lot of records nowadays, not just, you know, Magic Ninja or Psychopathic. Like or maybe some artists are doing it, but a lot of times you get the CD and it's like just one, you know, like a one sheet that folds and just has like production information, nothing substantial to it. So
I got you.
So I'm kind of curious. I'm sure I can find online to see if because I want to listen to it. I know I have them somewhere on my computer.
Yeah. Like I ordered that. I feel you. I recently ordered the Rick and Morty vinyl, like the soundtrack. And I was like, oh, I'll buy the collector's edition. And then I asked myself, they sent me a digital download of it too, which is cool. But I was like, do I want to open it or not? But I was like, man, I want to like appreciate the art and like look at the actual record itself.
Fun.
And I made sure, like, I made it a point to put them in the record player and listen to them and shit, you know, just.
So you got a record player now?
I got like it's one of those like 6-in-1 like little cabinet things, but I got it hooked up to my stereo down here. Sounds pretty cool. It worked. So I enjoy just the ritual of it. You know, it's pretty. That alone made it worth it to me. You know,
totally.
Let's stay on the other side of it.
What color is the record on that one?
I think it's like one's like a blue and one's green. I think
I would expect like the Pickle Rick green is what I would want it to be.
The art on it's really cool. It has like it's like several different like weird, like cool, I don't know, trippy art, you know. Pretty sweet.
How much that cost? Because it's crazy how much the special edition vinyl shit costs nowadays.
It was like $25. Shit.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, no. That's why I was like, hell yeah.
All right, so
sweet.
Just to stay on track here, so we can get this out of the way. So we said we had couple different Juggalo-related pieces of news.
Yeah,
we go from the House of Crazies and then the goodness.
House of Crazies wasn't even one of them. We still have 2 to go.
Oh,
whoops, what?
Shit. I got you. All right, so which one do you want to talk about first?
Can we get the song out of the way?
All right.
So yeah.
Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
Yeah. So ICP decided they were releasing their new single called WTF from their, I'm sure to be classic, Fearless Fred Fury or whatever. And I listened to it. It happened to creep its way on my release radar yesterday on Spotify, and I gave it a listen. I actually listened to at least half of it again today, just for preparation's sake.
Half of a song.
Kyle, can you bring
Smoothie.
up that song?
Yeah, can you guys hear it?
I want to know your opinion before we get into anything else. Your opinion.
It wasn't what I was expecting. You know,
Okay.
after waiting long.
I mean, it's called WTF. What were you expecting?
Well, there was a lot of speculation leading to that, or like people talking about it, like that it had different meanings, like we throw fingers and like all
Nope.
crazy.
I never heard that.
The chorus itself disputes the shit out of that.
Obviously, now
theory.
that we hear the track, I thought it was like the content. What got me the most was the content was nothing new. They've talked about, you know, crooked.
This
preachers.
was this was like
it was like a
part
terrible part two. You said Jacob's word. One of you guys said,
Yeah, it was like to the tune of Jacob's word. Like the way, like the delivery of it was very Jacob's word ish.
It's
I
like,
thought.
Kyle,
Like
what'd you
talk-
think?
Like talk. It's like talk rapping.
Yes.
It
we-
was
but
barely.
it's
It was
no, ICP
barely
likes-
rhyming.
Yeah, they have this like signature like just silly voice talk rapping thing. Here I go. I'm gonna rap like like where
And
they
then
keep,
back and forth.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, but
what did you think,
like,
Kyle?
I've listened to it 3 or 4 times now, and I don't
Uh-huh.
hate it, but it is like uninspired. You know what I mean? It is kind of just
It's
like
lazy as fuck.
I think that's what it is for me.
I like catchy hooks and shit. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a song. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like they have like
Terrible.
I seen
That's
it,
awful.
I was seeing it was
It's-
it was compared to Blam from Shangri-La with the yelling hook, which
Yeah.
I agree that it's kind of annoying, but
I can
the
see
subject
that.
matter is they've made several songs with the same subject matter, so I don't know if they're just thinking like, okay, people want old ICP, let's give them.
I'll give them this. They had a new concept in there about milk and how it makes you grow bones or some shit like that. What the and it makes their bones soft too.
So
Those were
and which is
it was the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my
Well, I
life. It
think
made no sense.
it's what no, I think it's a lot what there's like documentaries that you see now on Netflix, how like milk and trying to like the pro vegan and like I watched I forget which one I
Are
watched.
they vegan?
No, but I'm just saying how like there's those like studies done and like I get it and I like bought into it, like the milk's not like it's just a bunch of hormones or whatever. It's basically what they say. It feeds it's what's meant to feed children. It's not probably shouldn't be whatever the case may be. So they're trying to play off that, like that's their new concept, if you will, but everything else has been they've said in numerous songs, and had dedicated like individual songs to it. So
if that's the lead single, how terrible is the rest of the album going to be?
But that's where
Probably the only song they've recorded so far.
I
the only song they've written.
I would say,
Yeah.
I want to say maybe they have more. It's not like that. I think somebody had said, and this was only speculation too. I forgot somebody I was watching on YouTube.
Juggalo speculation.
Juggalo purely speculation.
Y'all hear that?
What?
Can you hear me playing the song in the background?
Not really. No.
I heard
No.
it earlier.
Right now.
We'll play a little bit in a second, but
Oh wait, there it is. It's
But-
assaulting to the ears.
But no, people were like saying that they recognize that it's not what they had written is not what people were. A lot of people have based it off of Al Azul, however you say their name, off their album. Like after they released their album, like that was
They set a new bar or some shit.
yes, like in
Of
terms
how shitty their music. That is literally one of the worst ICP songs on earth.
Well, what
Seriously. Yes.
no, we're but I'm saying what we're talking about. I'm talking about now Al Azul Lou and their album that just released, which was pretty good, but it was
Who the fuck is that?
Okay. Where the fuck did I didn't follow you there at all. I don't know how you got
Wow,
there.
you follow me?
I mean, I think you're saying that AXE, they're a new Magic Ninja Entertainment group that is three dudes in masks. That
Yeah, no, I know who they are. I'm just
You're the
confused where
epitome of
Smoothie
horror.
got
No,
there.
what I was no, I was
Brandon said he doesn't know who they are. That's the only thing I'll explain.
Okay.
Scott, what I was talking about, what I had said was there were people online saying that after, because that album dropped, well, obviously, well before the release date of Fearless Fred Fury, and
Yeah,
when the way the reception that album got has been like,
yeah.
wicked, the wicked shit, or what you
That
want to
wicked
hear out of
shit.
like horror rap, like it's horror rap, like.
Well, here's
Okay.
here's what I'll say, regardless of whatever comparison you're trying to make about this song is,
Here we go. Switch below.
this song it's gonna be a great concert song. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they could just scream into a microphone. Yeah,
Lights
of
will
course.
flash, everyone will mosh. It'll be fun, that for that alone, I'm fine with it. I'm not like pissed off about it, but I've never known to be like a super fan of like the songs they've ever like put out there first. Anyways, it's always the other songs I usually love anyway. So I'm not like.
I mean, yeah, that's a fine thing, but this song is just like above and beyond how bad it can be. This is like, well, seriously, one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
So now I got to get a little bit deeper on that one then. So Kyle says that the lead single is never his favorite song. So we got to go way back when to think of what the lead singles were as a comparison to the rest of the album.
Okay.
I mean, all I can think of right now is like Homies.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And-
a
Good song.
Great example.
Go back to chicken hunting. I mean,
Was that a lead single? All right, we can't go too far into this because we're going to be
You are
doing Juggalo shit all night, and I really don't want to do
Michael
that.
Brothers was Mad Professor. I think that is a good example of what you're saying.
Exactly, and that's what I was kind of thinking of. That,
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
a
Homies
weak
is
one.
another great example. Great song, I love it, but it's not my favorite song on the album by far. You know,
I guess it depends on
Fair.
what their mindset is, because most bands.
Mindset is God knows what with this one.
God, okay.
What at least those songs I didn't like them. This song I'm still kind of like, I'm not impressed.
You're right about the concert thing, though, which is a very important part of it. So I can't. That's a good thing.
What I think is most bands, like typical bands, they're going to release their hit single, the single that's on the radio. That's what's going to be the lead single that you're going to hear from the album. And based off like a song like Man Professors, I mean, I love Homies, but there's other better songs on Shangri-La. It's like they put something out there. I don't want to say smoke and mirrors, but
yeah,
this is the first song, so maybe kind of messes, takes you off track of what you're.
But I bet they don't have any other song because they were supposed to release the track list on Black Friday also along with the single, and they did not release the track list.
Oh, good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Everybody in the comments of all of their Instagram posts, where the fuck is the track list?
They just said WTF. That's all they should say. WTF.
It was all a ploy.
But I will say, the one thing I will say, I was all set to buy the single, the CD single, because they had it on Psychopathic merch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $4.99 for the single, whatever. But like the shipping was like almost $5. I was like, I'm not paying $9. I'll go buy it
for a song.
I'll buy it on Google Play for 99 cents.
I admit I will probably buy a physical copy because I kind of want that like exclusive Flip the Rat EP.
Well, no. I pre-ordered the
fucking Rat EP, man.
I pre-ordered.
I mean, I think that'll be cool to have personally.
I pre-ordered Fearless Fred Fury, but the actual the WTF single, there's a CD single that they pressed up. I'm not paying.
That's insane, though. $9 for a song.
Yeah, I miss the days of them actually handing those out for free.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't
Matter whack. I mean, come the fuck on. That was a That's a classic, and it's a goddamn sampler.
I will say,
and I had like 20 copies of it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like the new website, the Psychopathic merch. I think Hatchet Gear was a much better.
Yeah, it's terrible
thing.
The checkout process. I was like, just out of curiosity, I was like going through the checkout process, acting like I was going to buy Fearless Fred Fury, and I was like so pissed off because every time I went back to like, add an item, my shit was out of the cart, and like it's very bad.
I mean, I pre-ordered the Fearless from Fury, so
Which bundle did you go with?
I just want TD. I don't. I mean, I'm not. I don't wear that. Like, I'll get cheaper T-shirts and
A couple of the shirts were pretty.
Yeah,
they,
I agree.
they were cool. I'm not.
They don't have it on cassette.
They didn't release it, and that's another thing. A little addendum to. So I know we have. I don't want it to make this a whole Juggalo thing. But
42 minutes you got.
all right, no, this is just going to be.
No.
We're going to wrap it up. We're all in agreement that WTF isn't the greatest thing, but we'll have to what the album will in February.
Yeah.
Addendum to that and what we were talking about, Psychopathic Direct. I find it interesting that, and I guess they kind of said this one in the gathering, but Ouija Mac is releasing a mixtape, kind of like a follow up to Gutter Water. I enjoyed the first CD. It wasn't the greatest thing. But like this is what I'm saying with Psychopathic merch. Like I was like, all right, I'll pre-order because it's going to come out the 21st and pre-orders were available. So I went out to Psychopathic merch and I'm not seeing it. Here it's on like his own website that he's, selling.
I thought we discussed this already. They have to release their own shit basically independently, right?
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying that's where they're.
Yeah, they don't even have everything in one place, do they?
No, like this.
That's really dumb.
I went there and
that's real dumb for a record label to do.
Yeah, why the fuck would they do that?
It was 1990.
They are probably hemorrhaging money.
There's a lot of
speculation. Enough money to go to Furry Fest.
Well, no, there's a lot. Well,
I know that's the last Juggalo
there, but
trying to segue there. By the way,
that was fantastic.
Yeah, let's be done.
Hold on. There's a lot of speculation. I would just close with this: that
yes, of course,
quite a few people are saying that they're going to be filing bankruptcy. Psychopathic.
For real?
They would not be shocked.
I mean, look at the
It's a shame though. I hate to hear that. Honestly,
yeah, me too. That's really like upsets me.
I mean, this is all coming from a pro Magic Ninja person. But like,
okay.
it makes sense.
Is that what you describe yourself as, or someone else?
No,
I'm for sure going to go to this Violent J and this Shaggy solo show coming up then because I want to get my money so they don't go bankrupt.
Well, they're saying, like, a lot of it's based on, like, there was that talk before, but then they're doing their big ballers at Psychopathic Records saying,
yeah, but that's kind of cool though.
Well, they do the gathering, which they always lose money on too.
But it's that what I'm saying is they're doing it there. It's kind of like we're going to show you the warehouse that has nothing there because it's not nothing's coming from the warehouse anymore.
But I know a few people that's like been through there and stuff, and like apparently it is like a really cool space. Like I'd like to check it out.
I bet it is, but it's like kind of like a final.
Yeah,
what they're saying is like a cash grab before it goes.
I don't know that I can get on board with that because I think that anybody that's like that into it would enjoy seeing. I think it's a cool idea.
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it would be very interesting, regardless of what they're going. But if that's the case, because they've been very vocal, and you see there's no Light. You're not seeing anything from Light anymore. He's probably off the label now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not making a bunch of money and shit.
And they made it clear at the gatherings they want to focus on ICP, but they'll help the other artists out to establish themselves and use like the label.
You don't release anything, so
exactly. So there's your whole conundrum right there.
I hate to see them go bankrupt though, because like them dudes have worked like for a long fucking time for what they got going on. So I'd hate to see them anything negative come of it.
And they've made a lot of mistakes, and whoever is making
for sure.
As long as ICP keeps making albums, staying like a little bit in the news every 9 months or whatever. And they keep
drop kicking Fred Durst and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean they'll be good forever. I'm not super concerned about them, but I would hear that they were like.
I think they'll be okay forever, but it's quite possible that the label itself.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I hope not. I hope they figure something out. I don't think that Magic Ninja is doing anything like revolutionary. They're just kind
no
of
doubt.
reinventing the wheel, you know.
They're being consistent and they're putting out like
Yeah, they're putting out albums every fucking month.
like this, and you have a new artist like every two. It's like I just pre-ordered the new Boondocks that's coming out and the new Gorilla Voltage.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that you spent $100 on fucking 7 or 8 cassettes, like they made a lot of fucking money off of that.
And this
They're hustling.
ICP used to do that.
Yeah.
They-
that's what I'm saying. They just stopped.
Psychopathic is not hustling anymore.
Because they're at Furry Fest instead.
Segue. Yes, we need to talk
Go
about
ahead,
that.
Brandon, you seem to be hot on and want to talk
That
about
was the most disturbing goddamn thing I've ever seen. I feel like.
Did you watch
Never-
any of those Instagram videos?
Yeah, I started following Jay's Instagram
Yeah.
like before he had even posted a video yet. And then like his videos started being like live on the way to Furry Fest and shit. And then-
Apparently, his daughter is a furry,
Yeah.
so he commissioned someone to make a
yeah.
Silent J like wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking weird looking.
Furry wolf is the difference between a wolf costume and a furry wolf costume.
And that
It
is why you're going bankrupt if you're going bankrupt because you're
yeah.
commissioning
Because
special.
you're
So
getting custom furry.
the weird thing
costumes.
about this to me is the fact that it's whatever. His daughter is a furry, but there's a lot of sexual connotations
Right.
behind being a furry, and him being there with his daughter for something like that is just really fucking weird to me. It kind of grosses me out a little bit,
But
to be
it's-
honest.
But it seems that like what they're at is like more family friendly,
Just like
than
people
the,
like
the
that.
sex side of it and shit, which I still don't quite understand. But in
Oh.
that turn, like it kind of makes Violent J Father of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not everything about being a furry is sexual.
I think
at
a lot
least-
of that.
at least on a surface level,
Yeah.
not everything
It's not a
is
world I know a whole
sexual.
lot
But
about.
I think it's a lot of the way it's perceived and the way it's been made to be. You hear furry and you automatically go
Yeah.
to that like weird place.
Right.
But in essence,
well, I've seen a lot of shit on the internet, so
See, I don't feel like I've seen a lot of shit about this on the internet.
but that's what you're
I definitely have.
that's what
Right.
that's what you're basing your your thing off of, which many other people are. But in if you look at it in the clean and the broad thing, like the event of that being more family friendly, it's nothing different than cosplay.
It's yes and no. Yes and no.
It has
They definitely try to make anthropomorphic animals, which has always been sexualized in some degree.
right, and
It
that's
may not always be that way, but at least on a surface level. But I think somewhere deep down, there's a layer that is definitely attracted at least to this, and that's what makes it creepy for me.
It
and
is
that's
creepy,
fair.
no doubt about it.
I don't care if they dress up like animals. That's one thing, but
So what the fuck happens at these things? Like,
I don't. They probably they spend way too much money on dressing up like.
and then what? They
Different types of
walk around a
animals.
fucking convention center for 3 days?
and look at different costumes.
There's got to be something else.
I'm
They've
guessing
gotta
So if you
have-
go to like a horror movie convention and like there's people there and there's autographs and there's
I think there's that shit.
merchandise to buy.
Some of these motherfuckers are famous on Twitter and Instagram, and
Yeah, people we don't know anything about. It's a whole
Okay.
world we just
yeah,
don't
it's like
know
it's
Yeah.
about.
whole community. You know, I'm sure they like sell upgrades to their fucking suits or
Into the PBR.
I will say, like when I was watching the video, I didn't watch the other one that you shared. I mean, I started watching a little bit of it.
yeah,
I don't know if Violent J was in there. I don't know if it was for
that one had me rolling.
Yeah, the videos you post on Instagram, you gotta watch that shit.
the one of him talking. about
it's
it.
weird.
I was
Yeah.
well, I was impressed though. The mouth moved, like his mouth, the wolf mouth was moving as he talked.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
So like that was pretty intriguing. Like that had to cost a sweet amount of money. But
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm
it's not
sure.
cheap at all.
That shit is not cheap.
so I would tend to, in this one.
Those are some awesome furries. That's the end of day one. We hope you had a good time riding shotgun with us on our adventure. Quill is somewhere around here. I don't know where she's at. Probably down
Creeps
the
me the
dance floor.
fuck out.
That
What's
is
in the
creepy.
burrito mix?
Violent J
We'll
is
see you
like,
tomorrow. Whoop, de whoop.
his mouth is moving like that is trippy.
It just looks fucking just like abnormal. It's just so strange. Damn it, Kyle. Damn it.
And then the one he posted today of like just a ton of these motherfuckers.
Ah.
But is there like, is it a competition? Like, is that what that is there? I mean,
I don't know.
it looks like they're all being judged, maybe like a bunch of them.
It looked like either that or just a
Whoa.
photo op of all of them, like in their hotel or something. I don't know.
The one that had me laughing
What's
was
going on?
he was outside the convention and he was like, "Whoa, look at that one! It's
The
a
gang of them.
Whoa, it's a gang of yours!" And then he like looked over. He's like, "Whoa, those furries are pushing
Furries.
There's 4.
Yeah, I
What?
saw those. That's like I think a trend.
A furry gang.
I'll be back.
What?
Can I have your ID?
Whoa, furry lovers.
Why? Why is he talking like a wrestling announcer?
Is that Tony the Tiger or is that a furry?
He's obviously like trying to make like a fun video.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's just like
Hold
he's
on, I'm
talking like a
just
wrestling
like
announcer.
Tony the Tiger. What are you talking about?
Get some-
What I also like is
Sounds
that
like he's
they're-
on somebody.
But there was the furry lovers. So
yeah, he's there with his daughter, and I was under the impression that him and his wife weren't together anymore.
I was too, right?
But they're there together, obviously, like taking their daughter on her birthday to
Uh-huh.
fucking furry convention. Like,
It's probably the coolest thing that she's ever done in her whole life.
yeah, and this dude's
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
I mean, I'm sure you can feel it, man. Like as a parent, like that's like
Mhm.
some fucking commitment. You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
commend him on it. As
I-
weird as it is to me.
it's weird, but I think it's stupid as it sounds saying Violent J's, like it's a completely innocent
Oh yeah,
thing.
I know,
Like,
but it's
he's ignorant to, maybe he's even ignorant to the fact of the other thing and just sees it and he wants to do this for his daughter. And go,
I'm sure that's what it is.
But could you imagine if like we would have seen these Instagram videos like in 1998? Like what the fuck?
we'd all be furries.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen now. There's
There'd
going
be
to be
people fucking spraying Fago on each other.
the
with
Juggalo and
dressed in
furry-
boxes and shit.
The Juggalo furry community would have merged.
like it's going to happen now. I mean, you know
We
how
don't-
many more people are going to be furries?
We'd all be fucking each other in our furry butts.
You
All right,
watch Gathering 20. Watch how many furries are going to be
all right,
rolling around the campsites.
all right, cool.
You're probably right about that. Honestly,
I'm
Let's see
not gonna deny it, but
There's going to be like a furry competition or something. You watch.
probably.
Mr. and Mrs. Furry Juggalette. I mean, Juggalo.
All right. So I think we yeah, sure. If that's what you want to do,
Refill. Well, yeah, and then we'll get back and we'll take
yeah.
a break here. We'll get back
No
to
more Juggalo talk.
No, we're done with the Juggalo talk. We kind of kept it kind of short, maybe only 25, 30 minutes this
Too
time.
fucking long.
Well, we're gonna go refill our beers, those of them need it, pour another shot, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into the holiday season. We're gonna talk about Christmas memories, past, present, and some to be made. So stick around for that.
Cool.
All right,
All right.
Refill.
go get your beer, man. Go get your Miller.
And
BRB.
All right, Smoothie. Oh shit.
Find some more cool sounds for us here.
You're spending money on this soundboard?
No, hell no. It's an app.
Oh,
It's an app called Instant Buttons. You can just search up anything and there's all kinds of
I thought you said you're buying them.
No, fuck no.
Like, why would you ever do that?
Hell no.
No. Surprise, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker.
I clicked on categories and movies, and that's one of the top ones.
You found the fucking dokes.
Yeah, I mean, if you name a
That's
sound
there.
effect, it's probably on here.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I have no idea what that is.
What the fuck was that?
It's SpongeBob Wiggle. That one's sweet.
It's R2D2.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
hit this way. What's this? It says hit. Okay.
German. All
Yeah.
right. I'm Batman.
You guys couldn't hear that what the fuck song
Well,
very good? I was trying to play
the first time we tried it, but
Mhm.
eventually you got it to play.
Okay. Because I know, like, sometimes when I play shit, like, I always feel like it's too loud, so I was trying to keep it super low. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see. Categories. Sound effects. Let's see what's top. Come the fuck on. Oh, what's up, man?
What's happening?
I'm just trying to find some more funny sound effects.
Might as well.
Might as well, man. Fuck it. So what sucks about this soundboard app though is like after you listen to 5 sound effects, it plays a fucking ad. So it's like,
Oh, that sucks. You gotta buy the pro version.
I know, right? This shit sucks. How about this one?
That's a fart.
Mm-hmm.
Farts are always funny.
I just did one of those and it smells.
Rob gets so pissed at me when I play that.
The fart one.
Mm-hmm. He literally gets mad about it.
Hey, yo.
Scott, you into Primus?
Yeah,
Did you see their pinball machine?
I did not.
Look on their Instagram and check out their pinball machine.
Oh my god, dude.
Primus has a pinball machine? That's cool.
Yeah. It's like really, it's like $7,000 or something. Like it's a real, like legit pinball machine.
Holy shit.
And it is cool as hell. There's a video on their Instagram that like shows like all the different little voices it makes and shit.
That's
It is
pretty
fucking
cool.
amazing.
Dude, I hadn't played a
Oh my
pinball
God, it is
machine since I was a
amazing.
child. And then like we went to this cool bar that opened up near us, another trendy hip bar. It's called Pins. And they have like little what's called duck bowling where you can do like little tiny
Mhm.
baby bowling, and they have like a big ping pong table. But what's cool is they have a whole little like row of pinball machines. And they have like all the cool ones. And
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't played a pinball machine, like I said, in a long time, and it was just fun to like dump a few quarters in. Like
Yeah.
I tried out like 4 different ones. There was a Walking Dead one.
Mhm.
There was a Metallica
The
one.
Metallica one is awesome.
Yeah, it was super cool. There was a Game of Thrones one.
I haven't
That
seen
shit
that one.
Fucking sweet. I played a Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Nice.
I would love to have a pinball machine, man. It's so fun.
Oh yeah. The bar I work at, we have like a game room in back, and we rent out machines from this local company. So we always have 1 pinball machine, 2 arcades, and 1 driving game. And like every like 6 months or so, they come in and like swap them out for different games. So like I
Huh.
always get excited. Like they just came like last week, and we got 007 GoldenEye pinball, and it's cool as shit.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never heard of anything like that. That sounds
Did they ever ask for your input? Did they ever?
No, not at all. They don't ask anybody's input. They just every 6 months they come and just swap out for like they never ask us or anything.
You need Juggalo Classic Carnival.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That game is actually really fucking tight.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
All right, so we ready to get started here again? Ready to kick it
Yep.
off? Part 2. All right, I'm gonna unpause it here.
Do
We're
it.
gonna take a little thing, and I'll bring us back in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are sitting by our fires. It's a snowy winter evening outside. It's not really, but You're still tuned in to
Right.
the Unknown Podcast, and we're going to talk about some Christmas memories because 'tis the season. But we're going to kick off this second hour, the top of the second half here with our everybody else got who doesn't have a shot. Scott, shot.
I don't.
I have a vodka now.
Oh, all right. Kyle,
I had two of those fuckers.
You gonna pour up another fireball there? I just finished this little bottle here.
Moving on to the big bottle.
Yes.
No, they'll give me a couple weeks.
Yeah, fucking bottle.
I
Fireball.
should just invest.
Get those dispenser. Just get that like refrigerated dispenser thing that they have.
That'd be nice. You just get out here on the desk. But
There's the fireball for Keezy, man. The Kyle special Keezy.
Jägermeister glass. That's blasphemy.
Oh. Mixing your brands here, man.
All right, well, here we go.
All right, let's do this. Clink.
Jaeger was my shit before Fireball came along.
Oh, yeah, I remember we drank that shit all the time when you lived up here.
Yeah.
Fucking vodka.
All right, we're all refreshed on our beers, so
The first night we were recording the overdubs for Ninja Land, like we went through the big fucking bottle of Jaeger that night.
I'm sure the best quality came out of that one.
Yes.
That's when you peered yourself with the beer bottle, I think.
That would be that night. Yeah, it would be. You're right.
Do you remember
have more
that?
Ninja Land talk later on. But it's Christmas time. We got to get in the mood. We got to put ourselves in the right frame of mind here. So we really have
All right.
no.
Did you guys start Christmas shopping yet?
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yes, I got myself an awesome Christmas present on Black Friday.
Yeah, you did. What did you get?
I took the plunge and got myself a PlayStation 4, and I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good deal with the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it came with Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
That fucking game, man.
Killer $60 game, making it $140 for a PS4. That's a great deal.
It's not too overcomplicated game, Spider-Man game.
It's not, but it's
just
fun.
Swinging around and doing. I'm perfectly content just in how quick I can get to the next, set point, next waypoint. Just
I'm so damn close to perfecting that game with all the trophies. It's ridiculous. I've never done that with any other game.
fun.
I'm trying to think of what the game I came closest to with it. I can't right now
because there's no online shit. I feel like it's like more obtainable.
Yeah, that, and it's just like it's mostly just like stuff that you're gonna do in the game anyway to upgrade, and it just ends up being tied to trophies. So it's pretty easy to start.
Yeah.
Just like,
but like I know, like Lane went through it and like he beat it and like all that shit. But like it still took him a while of playing afterwards to get the platinum trophy. But he finally got it. And he got all the DLC for it and everything. He loves that fucking game.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the DLC for sure. It's like definitely on my top 3 for this year. When we get to that, not this episode, I don't think, but
next episode we'll do that.
Yeah, we should talk. Did you guys have any? Well, maybe we can do it this episode. Well, we're gonna get into Christmas. Go on, Smithy.
We're talking about Christmas, so I picked that up, and I've enjoyed that. And we've got
you got a bunch of games you got for it now, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked up The Last of Us Remastered.
Good choice.
Did you start that yet?
I haven't. Mortal Kombat is the only one I played. I started playing.
We've been playing the shit out of Mortal Kombat.
I had fun. Well, I initially started playing that on the Vita. Sitting playing remotely, and it was a good. Worked pretty well sitting across the couch. So I was glad that I had that ability. Because Kate was doing his homework, so I was able to sit and play. It's a little pain in the butt because the
the back
R2,
things on the Vita.
Well, R2 and L2 are on the front, so you have to so it's weird. I wish they were on the back, and I don't think you can switch it around. L3 and R3 are on the back, but R2 and L2 are on the front. But other than that, it streams across nicely. I have my PS4 hardwired. so it's not using the Wi-Fi. So it's a nice steady stream. Looks good on the Vita. Just like I said, wonky controls. So I played that, and tonight I started playing a lot and was enjoying. And I played this way back on the 360 with the Bold Storm because that was the PS Plus game this month. I was just having fun with that. But I've got a couple other games, and I saw they have a flash sale going on.
Yeah, they just had that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Bulletstorm. I downloaded that shit. I had that game on 360 as well.
Ain't that the game from The Simpsons?
Bulletstorm? No, that's Bone Storm. No, this Bulletstorm.
I've never heard of
Or something
Bone.
like that.
It was a Simpsons.
That was a Simpsons reference. Yeah, that's the game that Bart was trying to steal.
I remember that.
So that's why I got myself. That was my little Christmas present myself. Take care of Casey and all that squared away. Our shopping's actually pretty much done. And in terms of, I'll just interject this here because it's kind of goes along with something Kyle and Ends were talking about on Iconoclash. Zelda. I've been playing. I broke out the 3DS again. I dusted it off, and after Kyle
Dusted it off.
dusted.
It might have had,
Oh,
it might have
dusted.
had dust on it.
Dusted because it was just sitting down here.
He
Playing.
busted all over that shit. He's
Yeah, I
like,
was
yeah,
like,
fucking
Kyle-
love my 3DS.
But Kyle and then they were talking about. Well, Kyle mainly was saying he wants to play through all the Zelda eventually, as he's wearing the Zelda hat right now. But I also was watching AVGN, James and Mike. They do let's play through once in the Massacre, and they were playing the Zelda on the Game Boy, and that made me want to go back and play the old one. So I've already flown through Legend of
Is
Zelda.
that a Link to the Past? No, not Link to the Past. It's Link's Awakening.
Yeah, so I'll eventually get to that one. I've beat from Thanksgiving. I know Monday I just beat the
What was
first
the Zelda game on the Game Boy Advance?
Minish Cap.
That was a Link to the
Minish
Past.
Cap.
So
Oh,
Smoothie,
Minish
which ones have you played in? Which ones have you played through since then?
The only one I've ever beat and still again just recently beat is the original Legend of Zelda. And
The first one, the very
that's
first.
the only one I've actually completed. I played.
Wow, I've never even done that. That game's hard as fuck.
No, it's not. Once you I remember everything. Like the only thing I had to go and look up just because the last level's a pain in the butt because it's huge. It's just where to go to get to Ganon and the different things.
Yeah.
Because it takes forever to find the map that you can actually see without hitting start. But that was the only one I ever finished through. And I, like I said, I started it on Thanksgiving or the night before Thanksgiving and finished it on Monday. And now I'm playing Zelda 2.
Okay.
But I'm playing on the, the virtual console, so I'll be able to get Link's Awakening, the Game Boy one, and
Yeah.
I never finished.
I
I
had that
never
game.
finished Zelda 2 either because it's arguably the worst Zelda game, other than like
it's the worst, but it's
a departure from the formula for sure.
It's a departure, but the thing that I don't like about it, and yet you do the same thing in the first one too. You always start back at the beginning. When you die, like I don't like that, but I don't like how there's not like heart drops. So you need to magic to refill your life or find a fact.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they try to do. I don't know what they tried to be pretty experimental with that. Obviously,
That was the only one. But so far, like I said, once you get, I never got far. Like, now, I'm the furthest I am now than I've ever. Like when I originally owned that when I was a kid.
If I was you, I wouldn't. I mean, that one probably will get pretty frustrating. I wouldn't waste a whole lot of time on it. But I mean, Link's Awakening is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
and that's the one I really want to get.
Link to the Past. Link to the
What
Past.
was it? Link's Awakening? Which one? What?
That was
a Game Boy game.
That was the original Game Boy. That was the one where you first had to go to the beach and find the sword on the beach. That was the very beginning of the game.
And Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is a Super Nintendo game. That game is fucking phenomenal.
That's one of my favorite games of all time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've probably played Ocarina of Time more, but Link to the Past is the one that made me fall in love with the series. You know,
yeah, for sure.
Like that. That
was
was
funny that you mentioned Zelda because I just picked it up again today. Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
Hell
No, Breath of the Wild, because I got stuck and I just kind of gave up on it. But then I actually got past where I was stuck. I feel like that's a game that I really have to just look shit up on the internet in order to fucking do anything, because I really suck at it.
The
It's a
controls,
hard
one.
fucking game.
they're
That's why I
tricky.
didn't put a lot of time into it. Same here. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to go do now.
Well, that's why I've been just Googling this shit. I've just looked up walkthroughs. I know it's like a bitch move to do, but
Whatever.
I don't have the time to fucking
Same way
sit
as when
there
I
and
start a game now, I
figure
put
that
it on fucking easy. I'm
Yep.
like, I just deal with it. It is what it is.
I want to be able to say I played the game and it was great.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have bad things to say about it because it was too hard for me or I didn't have fucking time to put into it. You know,
That
the
is a game that you need time for.
well, that's the one nice thing about playing them, and I guess you can say the same thing if you're playing it through an emulator. But I enjoy playing them on the 3DS because you have create restore points, which pretty much
Yeah.
save where you want. I'm trying to be
Yeah.
not
Are you playing Ocarina of Time right now on your 3DS? So you mentioned you busted out your 3DS. You
I-
busted all over your 3DS.
No, I earlier this year, I was playing that again based off the Iconoclast when it was talking.
Such a fucking good
about,
game.
playing it, and because I never finished that game either, and now I am almost to the end. I forget how many more temples I have, but I started trying to follow to get the Master Sword, which isn't really necessary. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of steps you have to do, and that was the last thing I remember. So I'm hoping that I can jump back in and remember.
Yeah, I got the farthest I ever got in that game a long time ago on the 3DS. I got it on the 3DS and just decided I was going to beat it, and then of course I just gave up.
But I never.
I eventually stopped. That's how I always am with Zelda. I don't know if I've ever finished a Zelda game. I love them, but I never finish them.
Yeah.
I suck.
I say that about
Like-
a lot of games,
Yeah,
but
for
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you put the time into it that you wanted, and if you left satisfied, I guess that's all that
Yeah.
really matters. But
It is.
I mean, I
thought
trust.
this was- Really.
I love being able to say I finished the game, anymore. Like I played through the whole thing. It was great,
Yep. Oh yeah.
Called it-
Yeah, I like doing that too. I just beat Spider-Man only a week ago, and I've had it since the day it came out.
And that's what I'm trying to do. But there's so many games, and again, like I said,
Yeah.
Flash Sale, Battlefield 1. I mean,
Like even like some of my favorite games, like I've never fucking beat, but still,
Yeah.
one of my
Still
favorite
really
games.
fantastic games. Yeah.
I bought an actual like Nintendo a couple weeks ago, and I really like when I was a kid and I had a Nintendo. I did not get into the Zelda games. I didn't have them. Like my friends didn't really have them, so I didn't get into them back then. So now that I have one now, like on my list of games I want to buy is the gold cartridge Zelda games. I want to actually put some time into them.
Yeah, my first Zelda game was Ocarina at the time, and is one
Mine
of
was
my
the Game
fondest
Boy
memories.
Advance game. Minish Cap, I think, was the
Oh,
first
really?
one that I played. Yeah,
That one's great too. I mean,
Yeah,
what's
I love that game.
Capcom made that one.
that's right.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's based on like the characters from Wind Waker, which is honestly my second favorite Zelda game. The game is
Wait,
so
which came
good.
first, Minish Cap or Wind Waker?
Wind Waker.
Okay,
No,
well,
Wind Waker came first because the design of that Link is based off of Wind
Might be
Waker.
right. I don't know for a fact.
I am right.
because I
Kyle.
played Wind Waker too, then so maybe then I'm incorrect.
I've heard Wind Waker's amazing. I've never played it. I
So good.
I-
Definitely play the Wii U version.
I have it for the Wii U, but I started it, but I
It's better than the GameCube version. Trust me.
didn't get very far in it. But again, I know you don't have to play them in order. They're kind of all standard stories.
They have a timeline.
They
They
do
do.
have a
They have like an official one for Zelda for whatever reason.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool. The I
It's
forget
weird.
what they are. I have to look again on Wikipedia or whatever. But I was trying to figure out how Zelda 2, the actual, the Adventures of Link fit into the timeline, in which they do.
I don't
They
know.
write it. The towns are named after like different characters or different, maybe even the keepers of time or the oracle, whatever they are, in the temple. The towns are named after them.
Hmm.
The what are they called in the temple? The who are the guardians of the
Galaxy.
yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
What are they called? I can't think. I'm drawing a blank. The keepers of time, the timekeepers.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Different-
Kyle, are you looking up the timeline?
I'm looking at which one came out first.
I had a feeling you were because I think Minish Cap came first.
No,
I think you're wrong.
God is correct.
Damn.
I know I'm correct.
I know.
Damn it! You don't have to
He
tell me
was
that.
very certain about that.
Minish Cap came out November 4th, 2004, and Wind Waker
It's
came out
03.
close December 13th, 2002.
Okay.
Close.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think I
remember.
still played
I
Minish Cap first,
pre-ordered
though.
that game.
Yeah, I see. I don't know the timeline because I never played Minish or Wind Waker, so I don't have any nostalgia for it at all.
I heard one thing
I
that you
played
guys.
it well after.
I guess this
my
is just
nostalgia
video
is
game
so
talk
good.
now. Fuck Christmas.
Well, no,
Yeah, fuck
it's all
Christmas.
online, so we're gonna finish up the Zelda talk and we'll get back to more.
All right, no, just
No.
skip. I'm gonna skip
No.
what I was going to talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, video games are typically, at least for me, like
No
when I
doubt.
first got to Nintendo, it's something I look forward to
Yeah.
under the tree every year.
And if we're going to talk about Christmas memories, like I know, like
Under the
a
tree.
lot of my Christmas memories, like back in the
Under
day,
the
like
tree.
revolved around fucking video games. So
They are, and I have them again. Zelda was one that we got for Christmas when we were. It was one of the first games we got when we got the Nintendo, and I remember.
Yeah, I think
I
I got
remember-
that for Christmas too. The
I remember-
Ocarina.
Well, I got the original one for Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Seven.
I'm a little younger than you, you old fart.
I know that. I remember getting Super Mario 2 for Christmas. That was from our brother, which was pretty awesome. And then being
That game
Now,
is actually really good. Anyway, go on.
it's good.
I love
but
Mario too.
But when you're young, you're expecting Super Mario Brothers 1. You get
It's
Super
very strange. I mean, it was a reskin from
Right.
another Japanese game. It's not an actual Mario game.
Nobody knew that at the time.
Right.
Yeah, it's very bizarre for what it is. But man, that
Well,
game
it's
is good.
Yeah, it's a good game.
You're
I
going.
had that on
into-
my. It was like my first GBA game, and it's fantastic.
I think that's where I finally beat it on the GBA. I think that was the only time I never beat it when I had it on Nintendo. But
And then I remember when Mario 3 came out, and that was like the biggest deal.
Mario
in the
3
world.
was like top 2. I think Super Mario World is my favorite Mario. All right, we're getting off course again.
related to Christmas. But all right, we'll break away from the Christmas and video games talk.
Fuck Christmas. No.
We're all certain
Bah humbug.
video games, and we know there's some of the memories. But I'll start off with one that because I mentioned this in the pre-show. One thing that always reminds me of Christmas, and you probably have all seen it, and I think they did a remake of it in more recent years. But there was this commercial back in the 80s for Folgers coffee, with the brother who comes home from college. And
Can you pull it up so we can watch it?
I can try. I can't guarantee it's not gonna
Yeah,
be funny,
this. I vaguely remember what you're talking about, but it's been so long since
Because I
I've
bet
seen
if
it.
I seen it, I would remember it.
Yeah, I'm sure I would too. But it's ringing a bell, but I honestly can't picture it right now.
It's one that always and will always, and the reason being I appreciate it so much. I obviously, well, I might have
What are you doing there,
little-
Kyle?
I might have drank a little bit of coffee when I was younger, but I wasn't drinking coffee when I was 5 or 6 or whenever this commercial came out.
Okay.
But my brother, what are you laughing? Trying to tell a story.
Where are you going with this?
Talking about drinking coffee as a 6-year-old. I don't know.
What I'm saying is, it's a memory to me because my brother, who went to school out in Ohio, who went to Xavier, coming home at Christmas break, flying.
Oh, gotcha.
And those were back in it. I mean, he didn't drive in like in this commercial, say, but
You pulling up the commercial?
yeah, I had to find it.
Kyle's over here looking at or listening to all the samples he just downloaded for his
I was trying to find some like Christmas like, background, and like that's just too loud. This is not worth
I
it.
could hear you just like clicking on them. Yep, there it is.
I won't. I ain't gonna fuck with
Get
it.
that Justin Bieber Christmas song.
Good.
All right. Are you guys all right?
I can see it.
Oh, cool.
Let's see.
How high tech are we?
Might have
We're
Oh,
fucking-
the Andy Griffith Show.
Merry Christmas.
All right, yeah, this is familiar.
What is this?
This is that Folgers commercial.
Make it full screen, Smoothie.
Everyone, please. I gotta wake him up. Come on.
You're gonna wake him up, and I'm gonna have to murder him.
Quit talking. I can't see it if you talk.
Click on Brian.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Go ahead, Kyle. Do you know how to do this better to make it work?
No, you're doing great.
There you go. You got it.
Oh, you were saying click on. Okay.
No, I was telling Brandon to click on them.
I just done this.
So they're delivering the coffee.
Oh, you're home.
Dude hugs his mom.
The fucking sweater and collar shirt combo is on point.
Why are we watching this Folgers commercial?
That was my dad.
It's one of his
Makes me
memories.
want coffee.
Go get you a glass, son,
Yeah,
or a mug.
a mug.
But that's
That iconoclast mug.
It's one of all your childhood Christmas memories. That Folgers
That
commercial.
no, that's one of them.
That's one of
I'm
them.
saying in terms of advertising, there's a lot of different.
There's a shit ton of that.
Because when I
Christmas.
said in the chat room, hey, let's talk about Christmas memories, you thought, let's talk about
Folgers.
ads. Our favorite ads.
Yes,
Christmas time.
we've had these conversations numerous times on this show. Now I can't get a damn full screen. There we go. We've had this conversation. I like the retro stuff. I could sit and watch hours upon hours of 80s commercials
Yeah, they were
Do it, man.
nonstop. So, and I think there's a lot of good Christmas commercials.
Yeah. Like I like watching old wrestling shows, and like you can watch them on WWE Network, but sometimes I like watching them on YouTube instead because like people still have the old commercials still in there, and it's kind of fun watching that old shit.
That's awesome.
Holy crap! Real quick, because we're going to go back to Christmas, but you just mentioned the WWE Network. Did I mention?
All right.
Did I mention that they were running? I resubscribed to it because they were running a promo for 2 months for 99 cents.
Oh yeah, they'll give you all kinds of good deals to keep you.
But did I tell you about the random match that I chose to watch?
No,
It was a Stone Cold one, obviously.
of course.
When he brings the Zamboni down to the ring.
Oh yeah,
And I thought it was only going to be like the highlights from that show, but it's actually the full Raw show.
yeah.
And it's crazy, and it's just a sign that we're getting older, I guess.
Yeah.
But within the first 45 minutes,
Yeah.
how many people are dead?
Oh, I know.
There was,
I know.
I saw China, Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Well, there was
Yeah.
Vader. You know, all these and more. And of course, I never finished watching the episode, but I stopped it because the oddities were being brought out by ICP.
Hell yeah.
I was like, what a episode to watch.
That shit was awesome.
But it was just, it was surreal. It's
There's
like,
so
wow,
many of them. It's fucking
people are
dead. Yeah.
dead. And this wasn't that long ago. It's 97, I think.
It's a fucking crazy life that those motherfuckers live. And a long life expectancy is not something that they have.
It's a shame. But that was my you have mentioned that, but that was I did want to talk about that and just
So what about Christmas? Let's talk about Christmas.
let's still talk about Christmas. Do you have any
Oh, I have to pee. Hold on.
Okay. Kyle, Scott, do you have any commercial? I know I'm a little.
I have all the commercials.
I don't remember any commercials. I
Really?
blocked them all out.
I
yeah.
remember the M&M's one that airs every fucking year.
Yeah, where he's like, "Oh, he does exist."
Yeah, there's that one. There's another one that.
What about the Hershey Kiss one? That one they still play
Yeah. Do they do that one still?
with the bells. Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been going on since.
I haven't had TV in a while. I haven't had cable or anything in a while.
Well, that's why I catch up on my ads on the thing, but commercials
The
were
thing.
on the interwebs, on YouTube where we're broadcasting.
Hey, dude, I watch shows sometimes like live as they air, and I cannot fucking stand.
Nah, dude, it's awful.
It drives me bonkers. I can't handle it.
What commercial?
Yes, dude. Like every commercial is either like I was watching some like Live PD the other day, and it was a rerun, but whatever. And every commercial was like fucking some kind of pill
Drug.
that fix
Yeah, it's
something for you.
drugs, dude. That they're trying to
Adult
sell you
diaper.
drugs.
But they're the best commercials. I laugh.
That's because those are targeted. You are watching old people shows. Live
Live
PD,
PD is
dude.
cool.
Of course.
No. I laugh at any commercials trying to sell the medication. I end up laughing them up. It's like it's a serious
Because
thing.
it works for you.
But
You're
it-
watching the fucking nightly news. It's
No,
all medication.
no, it's like, oh, you have psoriasis on your arm. You know, bad skin.
Damn right.
Take this; it'll clear it up. Side effects may include suicidal thoughts, killing yourself, dying. It's like, oh, great. The mark on my arm was. You know, I'll take the chance of
It's a blemish, man. You got to get rid of those. You got to kill yourself for it.
right. What am I going to do to feel better about my arm? Or oh, you have this cold. This will go away. But
Fuck, y'all still ain't talking about Christmas.
This is definitely about Christmas, dude. You don't even know.
Okay.
All right. So
I missed out.
Kill
All right.
yourself.
all right. So we'll bring it back to what the focus was.
Bringing it back.
So Brandon, since you suggested it, one of your Christmas memories, childhood, recent, whatever. What's your top one? The one that you always.
The one that I think of was the year that I asked for Lethal Enforcers for Sega Genesis for Christmas, and it came with the big fucking blue gun to shoot the screen with.
Oh yeah.
And that was my main thing. And then I opened all my shit and I didn't get it. And I was like kind of bummed, but I got a lot of cool shit also. But then like an hour later, my mom was like, oh, hey, I found another present in here. Come open it. And I came and opened it, and it was Lethal Enforcers. And
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So like that's always the one that I think of first.
And then did you say I shot my eye?
When I played the shit out of Lethal Enforcers.
That's awesome.
That's so crazy. Yeah, they had one a Terminator game that had a giant fucking gun that came with it, and it took like 8 AA batteries in order for that thing to work, but it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So
But
include
that's not a
guns
Christmas
with games
one,
anymore.
That's a
that's a good memory. That's awesome. Lethal Enforcer, and it only came.
Yeah.
I guess it would have at that
Came with
time.
one gun, yeah. Unfortunately, not two. I never did get a second one. You could buy a second one, but it was like the price of another game. So
You know, that gun,
Oh jeez.
that gun and the game it's together is probably worth something now. You probably.
yeah. I saw one on Facebook
Sitting on
Marketplace
gold.
not that long ago. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. What about you, Kyle? Since you're next to my picture thing, what's one of your favorite Christmas memories?
I don't have any like cool ones like that where like my parents gave me like the thing I wanted, you know what I mean?
Like
Like
a recent one too with your kid.
what-
You
the
didn't get your
most-
pony?
nah, I mean my parents always did a pretty good job, but I always wanted like one Christmas I got like every fucking Ninja Turtle toy that existed. Like that was like that was cool, but like my most memorable one was probably in 2006 when like Alexis was born. She was it was on December 23rd. So my parents or my mom especially, she came, her and Jeff, my stepdad came to the hospital and we did like Christmas at the hospital. Like we all exchanged our fucking gifts, and my mom actually bought me the Wii. It had just come out that year.
That
and it
is
was
really
fun.
cool.
And we actually hooked the Wii up to the hospital TV. We're
That's
playing
fucking
Wii.
awesome, dude. That's a really awesome one.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. And then we ended up taking the doctor was cool, and Tara was supposed to be in there for another day, but he let us go home on Christmas, and then we still got to like visit family and shit like that too.
That's awesome. So you got the gift of Alexis and a Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they brought her out in like a big ass, like big enough for a baby to like fit in like a stocking because it was so close to Christmas. That was pretty cool. You know, after they cleaned her off and shit, brought her to us.
That's awesome.
That's a good
That's
one.
so cool, man.
Hmm.
That's like really awesome. I
Yeah, that was
that.
Follow that, Scott.
I got nothing, man. I really. I mean,
What
yeah,
kind
my
of- what
parents
kind of
always
shit did
spoiled
you
the
ask
shit out of
for?
me.
What kind of shit did you ask for, like when you were a kid? Like, what was your
all sorts of toys, like
Like
Batman,
what?
Spawn and Transformers and shit like that. And I always usually got that stuff. Or as I got older, it was just like, give me DVDs of this and that, and I usually got that. But I mean, most of my favorite things that I remember is just watching movies, like sitting around as a kid watching like Christmas Vacation and Home Alone and stuff like that. I love doing that with my family as a kid, and I'm trying to pass that down now.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do when you don't have the time for it, but you really try.
Christmas movie thing is fun.
Yeah, it's hard. I try to
Those
get
are my more favorite things, is just like the time you spend watching that stuff and immersing yourself in the Christmas spirit, as opposed to just the junk that you get when you get it on the day as a kid.
Top 3 favorite Christmas movies. Go around. Everybody go. Ready, go.
Boy.
I went through my actual Christmas memory.
Christmas Story.
Wait.
Fuck you, Smoothie. Nah.
caught up, man. Yeah, we still gotta hear your Christmas memory.
Let me do my Christmas memory.
It was that stupid Folgers commercial or something.
I was just talking about ads. Like that's one thing.
My favorite Christmas was watching this Folgers ad. It was great.
When Christmas season hits, I watch that commercial. Okay? I will go out of
Fair
my
enough,
way.
man. You got to do what you got to do. Is it listening to Santa Claus a fat bitch?
Yes, and then
I listen to that every year.
after that, I play Santa Claus as a fat bitch. Christmas
Cool.
in the hood or ghetto or whatever it is.
Yeah, is it Christmas in the Hood? Yeah.
Sitting by the tree, sipping eggnog, waiting on Christmas gifts.
We set up our Christmas tree tonight, and when we set up our Christmas tree every year, we listen to the Twisted Sister Christmas album. And we just got this fucking Google Home thing, and we're trying to get used to fucking talking to the damn thing.
Hey Google.
Yes. So
Play Twisted Sister.
So Liz was trying to talk to it tonight and trying to get it to play the Twisted Sister Christmas album, but it heard her wrong, and it was getting ready to play the Twisted Christmas album.
Oh yeah.
Could have started.
I can't get Alexa.
You
to
have,
play Twisted.
don't you
I
have to have a Google Play account for that? Like a
It was
or
playing
whatever
it
it
through
is?
Spotify is what it does on.
You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
the other things. But my Christmas memory, that's awesome though. I
Go
love
on. Yeah, we cut you off again.
one is no, but real quick again, it's centered around TV and movies. When I was real little, obviously old enough to remember, when because I grew up Catholic, so my family went to church or mass is what they call it. And a lot of places do service on Christmas Eve and everything, but for whatever reason, my mom didn't go when I was little, so I'd stay home with her and watching I don't know if you've ever, they don't play it anymore, at least to my knowledge, the Sesame Street Christmas Eve thing. Not with Elmo, like this predates Elmo, but that was just always one thing that I always look forward to Christmas Eve, watching this movie. It was on the
Like a special.
it was on PBS and everything. It's a half hour, and I finally tracked it down years later on DVD. So I blocked that down, and I try and watch that once a year. But that was always something special because they're all at church, and it's just this complete Big Bird waits for Santa the whole night and everything.
I don't know that I remember that.
They don't show it anymore.
I never.
No, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I'm surprised I don't remember it from back then, though.
I'll have to rip
Yeah.
it. I'll put it on Plex and eventually share it out to you guys.
It's never going to happen. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to look forward to that because you're not going to do it.
I will put it on there.
It's on YouTube. Just Google it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on YouTube at this point.
It's very 80s.
They have the fucking Star Wars holiday special on there. Have you ever watched that?
I got that on my Plex too, but I've never watched it.
I'm trying to figure out. Is that on the Blu-ray special?
Thing I've ever seen.
I don't know if it is or not.
Because I have that
The lore of it, but I've never watched it.
I've watched it on YouTube. I haven't finished it ever, but I've definitely watched it on YouTube every once in a while. That's become like almost a tradition between my brother and I, watching parts of that and texting each other because it is the dumbest thing that's ever existed.
But see, that's a good memory. That's something.
It's like with some of the, like the last 2 years, I'd say.
But that's something. But you'll probably do it again this year. Or you may have
More
already
likely
done
I'll
it.
watch that stupid ass thing. Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
All right, so Brandon, what were you saying? Now that was my memory. What was your
Top 3 favorite Christmas movies.
Oh shit, man! I forget. Die Hard. Home Alone. Damn, I gotta think of a third one. It's either gonna be. It's probably Christmas Vacation. Gremlins is a close fourth.
Mm.
Okay, good list. Good list. Kyle, what about you?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
It is because
the first one. The first one that comes to my head is Elf. Like that's one of my favorites of all time. Like we usually watch that every year. I would say Home Alone is probably my second. I don't know. Like I don't like fucking Christmas Story. Like I'm a hater of that movie.
I'm not a hater, but I am with you on that. I'm not that big of a fan of it.
It's on my top 3 for sure.
I do like.
I know you like it,
Yeah.
but it's. I've always felt like it's like you have to almost grow up in the 50s in order to enjoy that.
Yeah,
movie.
I love Christmas Vacation and Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd say Nightmare Before
Nightmare.
Christmas.
Yeah. I never know when to watch that because it's like half of it is a Halloween movie.
You watch it both, man.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
That movie's
probably gonna
about
watch
the
that movie.
spirit of Christmas, though. You know, like regardless of whether or not
In
it's
the end, yeah, you're right.
Halloween Town, but he gets the spirit of Christmas, and that's what the movie's about. So I think it's
I also like to watch like Simpsons and
Hell yeah.
Office.
Yeah.
And like South Park Christmas episodes. Those are really good ones.
Well, I have to break those.
Office.
I remember the first time watching this when I guess 97 when South Park started.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just graduated.
It was like Christmas. It was Mr. Hanky.
We were in I was in college at that point. I remember seeing it before it started, before I went away to college, and then that was like the big thing, of course. And when the intranet was new in 97, I remember somebody coming and saying, "Oh, you like South Park? You have to see this." And it was I guess, Spirit of Christmas. Is that what it where Jesus?
Oh yeah, that predates the like South Park on Comedy Central. It's something that people pass around. It's like basically a Christmas card for like the networks and shit. Yeah, Spirit of Christmas is something else too.
But that was like I always enjoyed that. It was just being.
There are two of them actually. There's the one that's like Jesus versus Santa, and there's some other fucking like really really bizarre one from like '92 that's like so crude.
I've only seen the Jesus versus Santa.
There's a Frosty.
Oh,
it is so. You have to try and find that. It is so crude.
It should be readily available now. But this was going and finding on like a GeoCity site and waiting forever for it to buffer in its QuickTime format on the webs.
It sounds like 1998 to me.
I miss those days.
That's what it was.
No, you don't. There's so much easy ways to find shit now as opposed to then.
But it was so fun.
So my top 3 before we go into those memories. So I would have to say Christmas Vacation being the tops. Now, but that will be the tops. What would be the second? Elf, I think would be second. I do enjoy Elf. It's a classic. Now,
yeah,
and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the original one, and Christmas Story.
Watch that a lot.
I would say Christmas Story is a fourth, and I wanted to go back, and it's not. I don't think you need to grow up in that time frame. I think now it's overkill that they play it 24.
They overdid it for sure, but I've never, even as a kid, I never felt like it. I know it so well. I've seen it so many times.
I'll still watch it, and I still can throw it on in the background and let it play for 24 hours and still enjoy it. But I think it was more special back in the day when it would be a special, when you would say, "Oh, this is going to be on tonight." You didn't have access to it unless you previous year, off the TV, or you had the $200 to buy VHS, an actual physical tape. It was something. It was a special. That's what it was. It was like, oh, Christmas Story is on. We're getting to see it,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen it since last year. So but now it's so readily.
Yeah, I understand the ritual. I didn't grow up with it really. Like nobody I was around cared about it, so I don't have the nostalgia for it. And I think that's one of those movies you just have to.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I watched it as a kid, but I don't really feel like watching it anymore. Anyway, we gotta get Brandon in there too, and I know that's probably number one.
Yeah,
for
that's
him.
number one on mine. It is.
I
That
know.
Christmas Vacation and probably It's a Wonderful Life. Also nostalgia from when I was a kid.
I don't know if I've ever watched that.
I've never watched it. I've never watched it either. Never
No.
even attempted to watch it and fell asleep during it either. Just never watched it.
I've seen pieces of it. I've never actually watched that movie.
Yeah. It was on like every Christmas, like at my house when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So
No, we're definitely all three of us are in the minority as far as that movie goes.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's just a failure on our parts.
I would like to see. We should, if we have a show before then, we should make that part of our homework to watch
Sure.
Wonderful Life and talk about it on the next
All right.
Christmas.
Sure. Well, we will because
it's on my
want
Plex.
to.
Is
All right.
it?
I need you to add me to Plex then.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I had you added.
Thought I did.
But
Anyway.
Nobody brought up Scrooged.
I tried watching that last year. I think it was last year.
Yeah, it didn't hold up.
I didn't really care for it.
I don't think I actually watched that all the way through. Maybe saw bits and pieces.
I definitely did as a kid.
Yeah, I remember renting it when I was a kid, but I don't like when it came out. But like, I don't know that I've watched it since.
And that's the
No.
one Tupac and Digital Underground are in, right? Is that Scrooge, or is that a different movie I'm thinking of?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
When they show up to the hotel, there might be a
I
different
think that's too early for Tupac and all
no,
that.
not Digital Underground. He was with Digital.
No, I don't know.
It was set. Oh, let me pull up my phone and think here. But that's one I do want to watch as well. I mean,
I haven't watched it since I was a child, so you might be right.
let me see. Let me Google here.
I remember thinking it was good though.
No, I mean it's all right.
Bill Murray.
What do you think about like?
Batman Returns is a good Christmas movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's true.
It is a good movie though. I mean,
That is.
regardless of Christmas or not.
I love
I
movies
watched
that
that
like
last year.
arbitrarily take place at Christmas. You know?
Yeah, that's why I love Die Hard.
Yeah, it's great. Like more movies should do that. You know?
What about TV shows? Favorite Christmas TV shows? Simpsons. Their first
Yeah.
episode, of course, is probably the
Christmas
number one
episode.
classic.
And they have good Christmas episodes regardless.
Yeah.
And then there's, like I said, The Office and South Park.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
trying to
watched
think-
The Office the other day, the one where they exchanged all the presents and
Yeah,
Michael
that's,
bought the
that's a
iPod.
really good. Yeah. Yeah. They all do like they have a budget and then the one
Yeah.
person with a fucking 200.
I've still
or
never
whatever.
watched.
At that point, iPods were really expensive.
Yeah.
I've still never watched The Office completely. I just recently started when I canceled cable. Watching
How far have you gotten?
the last episode I remember, which was freaking fantastic and funny, was the sensitivity training.
That's season 1.
That's like episode 3.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
So you really got 3 episodes into The Office ever then.
Oh, Brown, I see what you
Damn, dude, you got to get through that. I mean,
That's like as far as-
What's that, Kyle?
oh, really,
Yeah,
Kyle? You
yeah,
haven't watched that much?
Oh,
You
it's-
guys got to get on it.
I've only seen a few episodes here and there. Like I've watched Scott's Tots and shit. You know, it's funny. I get it, but it's just
There's a bunch of people on Reddit that like they're like, I can't even watch the Scott's Tots episode.
That's not even my most cringy moment from that season. That
What is
series.
the most cringy moment?
Probably there's 2 of them. There's the dinner party with Jan and Michael.
Yeah.
That one's hard to watch
Yeah, it
more
is.
than Scott's Thoughts to me
Okay,
because
yeah.
it's just so fucking bizarre. And when Michael was dating Pam's mom, but breaks up with her on her birthday, that to me is harder to watch than Scott's Thoughts. It's just like when he's building up to that moment, it's just like I can't watch it. It just it's painful.
I try to fall asleep to it from time to time and like pay attention and watch it, and like I want to like it, but I just have not like.
I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But it's it definitely speaks to me.
I really like Steve Carell and shit, but
yeah,
I love it.
I understand that people don't like that character. I can understand why. He is a piece of shit.
That's what
he means well, but he's
right.
just in the end just a piece of shit.
Totally, exactly, and that's what makes it good.
To me, that's what makes it funny. But some people don't like that.
Yeah,
which I understand why.
You guys ever watch The Last Man on Earth?
I watched the first season of that.
Well, Will Forte does a great job of doing a similar thing, like in the first couple seasons, especially. Like it's so cringeworthy, like every fucking episode.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, dude! Come on.
I don't know. Maybe after season 1 it got better. I liked the first probably like 5 episodes of that show, but then it got to the point where he was just like obnoxiously, he was basically just became a baby, and it was really fucking annoying to me. I don't know if it gets better in the other seasons.
Yeah, he gets better, but anyways, it's a good show. But
all right, back to Christmas. I do want to interject. The movie that Digital Underground was in was Nothing But Trouble. It had Dan Aykroyd and.
Oh, I've never seen
a Christmas movie.
No, it's actually a horror comedy.
I mean, Lethal Weapon's also a Christmas movie, technically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. But Nothing But Trouble.
That's a good Christmas.
Makes an appearance in it. Anyway, so we have favorite TV shows. So what did you say, Brandon? What was yours? Did you say yours?
Like the first Simpsons episode, the Office episodes. Yeah.
Kyle?
Yeah.
I honestly can't think of a single TV episode, Christmas episode that
there's the Woodland Creatures from South Park. That's one of my favorite ones. I used to watch that like religiously every Christmas.
I don't remember that.
They're like these cute little animals from the woods, and they end up being like Satan worshipers and like slaughtering people. It is the most ridiculous thing on earth, but it was funny. But if you haven't seen it, it's me explaining a South Park episode in retrospect.
Well, for me, again, growing up in the 80s and that time when these shows weren't readily available but once a year, shows like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty, like
those
that's all on YouTube now, thankfully.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of it.
They're definitely classics.
Yeah, I loved watching those as a kid too, and I still watch them now.
They do, but they don't do it as like it was like a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
Special treatment.
Yeah, but TV's just different now.
But aside from those classics, I will have to say actual TV shows. I one of my favorites is I probably was the first Christmas episode of Married with Children.
I knew you were going to say Married with Children. I knew that was coming. Yeah, hell yeah.
So you know the one. What you probably have seen. Did you watch Married with Children, or obviously in syndication? You probably would have watched it.
Yeah, I watched it in syndication soon after it was on, but not when it was first on.
Oh, you probably weren't, judging by what I've heard. You probably weren't allowed to watch.
Correct.
Been on the not watch. I was allowed to, or probably not allowed to, but my dad just sat in the living room and he didn't.
You
know.
son of a
Watch
bitch.
me in the kitchen, but the episode it's just fantastic. Scott, you've watched Married with Children before, right?
I've seen episodes, yeah.
So you know Al, his story and how the woe is me and
sort of, yeah.
Well, in this episode, pretty much the mall he works at. They're running this promotion, and Santa's going to skydive into the mall with gift certificates for everyone. The parachute doesn't open, and he falls in their backyard.
Oh Jesus!
It's just it's so stupid. They go and loot the corpse of the gift certificates or whatever.
Jesus.
80s TV was just so much better than TV.
I do remember this shit.
I mean, honestly.
Keep explaining it. It's bringing back.
Yeah, that sounds like it's in my wheelhouse, to be honest.
They're just
The Always Sunny episode. Sorry, go on.
It's on Hulu now. Apparently, I just saw Married with Children was on there, so I started watching it the other night. I'm fairly certain it's the first season, so just look for
All right. Well, look.
the Christmas episode, and it's just they continue to carry on their normal, like they think that they're going to be all shocked, but they're going about their business with the dead Santa and in the backyard and everything, and he has like high top sneakers on and everything. I think at one point the dog brings in one of his shoes or something to the house, so it's very dark, but it's one that always stands
This
out.
definitely sounds like it's in my wheelhouse. I'll have to look it up.
And they've always been dark because there was the one that
for sure.
later on they had Sam Kinison on one of his probably last appearances on TV, where he played. It was kind of like not a Christmas Story. What the hell is the Charles Dickens one? Dickens one?
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. It kind of like a thing on that. Al sticks his finger in one of the broken lights and gets electrocuted, and then Sam is one of the.
Oh, Muppet Christmas Carol is one of my
Muppet
favorite
Christmas,
movies.
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a fucking
Good,
fantastic.
that's a good
Sorry,
one.
I'm sorry. I just cut you off for that one.
It's a long.
That just reminded me that I like that
Hell
movie
yeah,
a
that was
lot.
great.
I remember seeing that in the movies. That was one of the.
Anybody remember the Saved by the Bell Christmas episode?
At the moment.
No. Okay.
I do not. But
love
speaking
that
of that,
show.
a side note, there was at our work we dress up for Christmas. Or not Christmas. And this one group did Saved by the Bell. And
That's awesome.
This girl, she went out. So where I sit, and just kind of visualize this, if you will. My cube faces like a door and everything, and then there's another cube, and like the door sits out, and then it goes back a little bit, and then there's like another little wall, and then her cube's here. But she made lockers in this area,
Like those saloon doors.
yeah, and they actually opened, they were red, and she put like Saved by the Bell, and she got the font, and cut it all out like construction paper, but had
That's
like
cool
the
as
font
shit.
down, the little like the dots, the different colored dots and everything, and had like No Hope with Dope and like different slogans
Yeah.
put on there, but she had like different like the Slater and Screech.
I'm a huge nerd for that show. I know way too much
a
about it.
locker, but that was their thing, and they all dressed up like different characters.
characters.
The only thing, because I didn't know her, I sit across from her, but I don't talk to her that much. I've been like, you should have had like a flyer for Zack Attack at the Max or something. But the
Sorry.
the one guy who was I guess their manager or whatever the group, he was Mr. Belding, so he came coming around the corner, and he's like, and he had like a megaphone and everything, and then they played the theme song, and somebody dressed up as one of the characters, and they did good.
That's really cool. Who did you dress up as?
I wasn't part of that group.
Did you dress up at all?
No, I wasn't feeling. Initially, our company tried to force Disney on us, like
Okay.
like the whole company, and not that I have a problem with Disney, but it was kind of like, don't tell
Yeah,
us,
you do. You know you do.
don't tell us what to dress up as.
Here we go. Half-hour Smoothie hates Disney rant.
No, I like Disney, but if I don't want to
Well,
dress,
fuck Disney. They got fucking Daredevil canceled. Or
well,
whatever.
all right. Well, hold on. We're not talking about Daredevil right now. We can talk about him, but they tried to, they don't like scary things. Like
They don't like anything like not like
wanna-
mild 13.
right.
Gotta
They
be
want.
nice and politically correct. And
There's like funny
Fuck 'em.
costume and whatever. I was like, I want to do something like
You want your tits out there, don't you?
America.
You want your fucking smoothie tits out there.
I do. I do.
Smoothie.
Every time how many people have you saw? I like my tits flapping.
Get those fucking smoothie tits out there.
Have you seen the movie Summer School from the 80s with Mark Harmon? Anybody?
No.
No, sorry.
Well, real quick, and this is always, and you'll have to look this up on. I'm sure you can find the scene on YouTube. So it's an typical
YouTubes.
80s movie. Mark Harmon, the premise is Summer School. He's like a phys ed teacher or whatever, and they ask him to stay and be the remedial English teacher in summer school. And it's in California, so he lives by the beach. He really doesn't want to do it. And there's two dudes there who love horror. The one dude calls himself Chainsaw, and so they talk him into doing a movie to critique, and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they show that in class, whatever. But then he gets fired from the job, and they bring in a sub. And these two dudes like construct this. They walk in like all this like horror prosthetics. It was great. It's a great horror like bit they had. But that's always what I think of. Is like that's what I want to do. I want them to come around to our cube and see my guts falling out, like kind of like Day of the
Very
Dead.
sweet.
And Google that or YouTube that and see if you can find it. Summer school.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Let me think. But that's what I would like to do. But this year our group did, and there's only so many characters you can do, and they did well, but we didn't win anything. But because there's one girl who's good with making the costumes and everything. They did Magic School Bus.
Interesting.
And they pulled it off well. She made a
Damn, your place like goes all out for Halloween.
Yeah.
They are, but they always do it on like a Thursday or Wednesday. Like if Halloween was on a Friday, they wouldn't do it on Friday for whatever reason.
No, that's weird.
I mean, I've went there before dressed up like Twisted and everything. Before did the group stuff, like I painted myself up.
I'm gonna go see Twisted next month. They're coming to town. I'm gonna go.
Cool.
They already came through my town like a couple weeks
I
ago.
don't know that.
Let's know how it goes.
Yeah. Last time I saw them, I did not really enjoy it.
Did they do a lot of new stuff, or did they do?
Yeah, it was a bunch of new stuff, and like they played a couple old songs, and like I remember the crowd was like, "I don't even know this song." And I thought that was ridiculous.
Speaking of Saved by the Bell, have you seen
Yeah.
those videos on like? I guess I've only seen them on Facebook. It's like Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are
yeah.
fucking funny
Yeah, they're
because
great,
it's true. He's a fucking psychopath.
Totally. No doubt about it.
I mean, you kind of pick up on it as you watch it that he's just a kind of an asshole. But when you watch those, like the way they break it down, it just make him look like a total fucking psycho.
And
it's hilarious.
You can't argue with it.
No, you can't at all. It's like, wow, he is like legitimately like.
Same way with the Karate Kid, to where like the Karate Kid is actually the bad guy of the story.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
All right. Ooh, gosh.
Homie.
My balls just dropped. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share out this.
Hold on, one more Christmas.
What are we doing?
Oh, this
Are we doing Christmas?
I don't know if I have anything, but what's your favorite Christmas song to listen to?
Hold on, we'll get to the Christmas song. Let me show summer.
Sorry,
thing.
he's got something. Sorry, Smoothie's got.
is my chick right here.
That's your bitch right there, Kyle. You fucking get a figure that.
All right, I'm sharing out. I'm sharing out the screen. Here we go. Gather around, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Oh, he's showing us
We're
that
back
summer
to
school
this.
shit.
Oh, let me unmute it. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Uh-huh.
Far, I've only subbed at grammar school, so this should be a nice change.
Take it easy. What happened?
Don't go in there without a gun. It's terrible.
Wow.
Is this supposed to be bad?
No, this is fantastic. What are you talking about? No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bitch is dead.
Wait, is this a
And moving.
Christmas movie?
Praise Jesus. What the fuck was on her face?
Oh, it's the Addams Family.
Is this a Christmas movie? Is that why we're watching this?
Summer school. So I was just talking about. This is why I'd like to do it Halloween.
Oh.
Well, this ain't the Halloween episode, Smithy.
Yeah. We already had that. That was the last episode a month and a half ago.
All right, what's on your guys' Christmas list this year?
So you didn't like that?
What do you?
Please
Well, I
give me
mean, I
money.
do, but I don't know why the fuck we're watching.
We have technology.
Because we
Because we
have
can.
technology. That's okay.
Because we can. That's exactly why.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Kyle.
All right, my point in showing is that that's what I'd like to do at Halloween, but no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you want to have someone's tongue fucking pulling out of their mouth? That's what you want for Halloween?
Fantastic. Tell me that wouldn't be awesome. A great Halloween
As a costume?
as a group costume.
Which part?
All right. Yeah, I know. You got to be specific here.
The whole thing, they walk in.
The whole thing is a costume? How does that work?
A group costume.
Oh, okay. Just
Multiple
dead people
coming-
sitting in chairs.
All right. So anyway, top 3 Christmas songs. Go ahead, Scott. Since you brought it up, that's what.
I don't know. I was just trying to keep the Christmas thing going. I got nothing.
I hate Christmas songs.
What about your favorite Christmas song? You gotta have one. Come on.
I don't know if I have a favorite one. I just sometimes I get in the mood and just put it on a playlist and listen to Christmas music just because. Yeah. But I mean, I worked at Walmart overnight for during Christmas season once. It started on November 1st and went well past New Year's. So there's a lot of Christmas music I would rather never hear again in my life.
Okay.
But I don't have a favorite one. I used to have like a playlist that I'd listen to.
Just like, I mean, come on, at least Jingle Bells or some shit like that, right? Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah, I love Little Drummer Boy. That's my jam right there.
That should be down
To an office.
everything you got it to like fucking Little Drummer Boy. Keep drumming.
Fuck. All right, Kyle, what's yours?
My favorite, unequivocally, I don't even think there's a question about it. Is Wham.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Really?
Wham, Last Christmas.
I can tell you what my least favorite Christmas song ever is. I'll tell you that. It's that goddamn Paul McCartney song.
Oh, I hate
Having
that.
the Wonderful Christmas Time. There's nothing worse than that song. I think that might be my least favorite song on earth. No, he likes the John Lennon one.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. The Paul McCartney one is pure garbage.
Brandon, what about
it's unlistenable shit. Anyway, Brandon, what's your favorite Christmas song?
I hate Christmas music. I mean, I really do.
This is good. This is great. We're getting in that spirit right now.
Brandon, what's your favorite song off the Twisted Sister Christmas album?
Yeah. All right, fine.
The 12 Days of Christmas is my favorite on that one because it's funny because they change the words.
Yeah, that's
a tattoo of Ozzy.
All right, Smoothie. I know you got 3 songs. Let's hear them.
I have 3.
I knew it.
I'm going to go with the traditional favorite of mine, Silent Night. That's a classic contemporary song, hymn, if you will. All know it. But in terms of just songs that remind me of Christmas, so I mean that's definitely on the list.
That's Sinatra on there.
I was just gonna say Sinatra Christmas album.
Fucking right, you do.
Got it. I hear Sinatra. It's Christmas time.
That's fair, man.
I
listen to that.
Go back to 2016. I think Vlogmas on INC Smoothie Entertainment.
I'm going back right now,
and you will find where I talk about this specific Sinatra Christmas album. I was just listening to it in the car the other day. But so anything by Sinatra, there's specifically one, I think it's called the Christmas Waltz. That's on there. It's just, I love the way.
He does have some good Christmas shit. I'll give you that.
He has sure. He's old freaking Blue Eyes. He's the freaking chairman of the board. He is Frank Sinatra. And he would have been the Juggalo. I'm fairly certain.
Of course.
What?
Where do you get that from?
I just
what gives you that fucking idea? You know what? Because you listen to Sinatra talking about Christmas. Yeah. You know what this makes me think of? Being a Juggalo. What the fuck are you talking
about? Sinatra was a Juggalo.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Sinatra would have been a Juggalo.
I'm gonna say it like this. The Rat
If
Pack,
he would have lived long enough, he could have fucking put on that face paint.
Let me just say, the Rat Pack was Rat Pack was a precursor to Dark Lotus. All right?
The Rat Pack was the precursor to that Rat EP for Fearless Fred Fury.
The Rat Pack was a precursor to Dark Lotus. That's so fucking sweet. I'd never thought of it like that.
Just do the math.
Doesn't make any. It's so retarded. No.
That's the kind of shit that Smoothie thinks of.
The last thing I've ever heard of.
Oh God,
He
that's
thinks the Rat Pack, a bunch of jazz singers are
Five
the
members.
precursor
Hey,
to
there's five members.
Juggalo rappers.
5 members in the Rat Pack. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and
There were
Sam
6 in the
Here.
Dark Lotus, though.
6 petals of the lotus.
Oh, the 6th.
Yeah,
was
under
cursed.
that lotus.
The
but now
6th
it's only 5.
the 6th was cursed, man.
And now there's
ABK.
0. What are you talking about? It's dead. The petal, the leaf died.
It was because the last member of the Rat Pack.
No, okay, fuck this. We're not talking about Juggalo shit anymore.
All right. So anyway, give me some Sinatra Christmas any day. But just sticking with my top movie, I think.
No, we're talking about music now.
But I think I said Christmas Vacation being in the number 1 spot. Maybe
All
I.
right, this is not music still, but
But-
all right.
No, I'm gonna have to go with
Oh, you said Silent Night.
no. That wasn't my.
No.
Okay, that was on the. Okay. Licky, licky, Maka is.
I think we
Yeah,
need to stop this fucking podcast.
Just remember now when you listen to. Just remember when you listen to a Dark Lotus track.
What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up about Dark Lotus and Frank Sinatra, dude. That makes no sense.
Wow. Shit.
Oh boy.
Yes.
All right, what is your third favorite Christmas song?
I want to know what is on everybody's Christmas list for this year. And then I'd like to end this. Or maybe just go ahead and end this.
Oh,
Fucking end myself in a minute.
I want to get a PSVR.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
That's top of my list.
You just got a PlayStation 4 recently also, right?
Yep, like a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Gotcha. I wish I would have waited for the Black Friday deal.
Yeah, that was a sweet deal. Tara
a
found
really
mine
good
on
deal.
sale, or some dude was selling it on Facebook Marketplace for $100, but it was like covered in fucking cigarette dust and all that
Jizz.
stuff. I took that motherfucker apart and cleaned it out real good, but for $100, shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Darn.
want to take apart my Nintendo. So like you know how like it sucks ass to like get games to start on the Nintendo.
Yeah, you can get new connectors.
So apparently like you like take it apart and clean it up real good, and like that like really solves that problem. But I'm kind of afraid to take it apart.
I mean, those don't really have like any seals or anything, so
No, it looks really easy to do.
I think it's just
I'm sure it is.
screwing. You can get like the gold connectors for like $10 on.
Yeah, but a lot of the things I read said like you don't even need to do that. Like you just need like a toothbrush and some rubbing alcohol and like just fucking scrub what you got. And like most of the time that solves the problem.
yeah, they're very basic, like especially that old. You just you'll open it up and see a little board and just clean the fucking dust off and get in the crevices, you'll be good to go, man.
Good old mess, basic bitches.
Yeah, getting those crevices.
But
So
yeah,
you got-
that's what's on my Christmas list.
Cool.
What? A Nintendo?
No, PSVR.
Oh, I think that's right. You said that. All right. Basic bitches is on Kyle's list. Scott, yes, what's on your list?
I don't really have anything. I would like it if anyone could give me money. That'd be great. That's all I want. I don't want gifts. I just want cash.
That's my wife's favorite gift. That's what I said. That's
It's
not
the
same
best
person.
fucking gift on earth right now.
Hit up the Unknown Podcast Patreon page and get Scott a gift.
We're
that's
supposed to be doing a gift exchange between the
we
four of us.
Well, it's going to be between 3 of us apparently because Smoothie just can't seem to do it.
line up on stuff.
Takes all of 30 seconds. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. It's like I just randomly did it. Like, I'm done. Cool.
What's on my list is
Yeah, what do you want, Smoothie?
is True Peace Beneath the Streets, and I would like to see.
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to see Magic Ninja Entertainment.
Shut up, dude. What are you talking about right now? Yeah, I want to see peace between Psychopathic and Magic Ninja.
beneath the streets. Beneath.
Oh my god.
Gee.
All right. Well, Merry fucking Christmas to you, dude.
This is only part 1 of the Christmas episode.
Jesus Christ, no.
We're already counting down our top 3 everything.
What is left?
Wait, what do we no, we gave homework. I gave
We gave homework.
that old
The
movie.
homework is It's a Wonderful Life.
Thank you. So when we have a podcast again before Christmas, hopefully, we talk about It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
What do you want, Brandon?
And we got
I thought you wanted-
Nintendo games is what's on my list.
All right, cool.
Yep. So on the next episode, we got to go through our top albums and shit of 2018.
it's gonna be the year end.
Year in review episode. That'll be cool.
There's one thing I don't know if we want to get into it now. Is like we were talking about. I guess it was just me and you, Brandon, about going through backlogs and just like starting games like that. Do you want to talk about ones that you want to do, or is there anything specific that you want to start with? Because we were talking about the fact that like I had like we were talking about, so this is after Smoothie got his PS4, and we were talking about all these games that we hadn't played, that we have just kind of sitting around, because I have like a shit ton from PS Plus and Xbox.
So you
Live
want to
Gold.
like try to find one that like we all have, or like we all just
not
kind of
necessarily, but we
we
can
all
all
pick
just,
one
like,
and then like
we
discuss
pick one and go through it and actually play it
Yeah.
and then talk about it. I mean, it might be like it's almost like a
Almost, yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I like
Then
that.
it's like
I don't know what you want to call it, but like
I
almost
think-
like a book club type thing, but
Well,
like with games. But I mean, it would probably like we do it like once a month to actually try to get
Well,
through
here's
one game in our library that we hadn't touched or have touched but haven't finished,
all right,
and we want to finish.
Yeah,
So it's like kind of like a backlog game. We go through it, then the next month we do another one or something like that.
here's my suggestion for that.
If you want to do something,
I like that. No, it's a good idea. What I say we do.
yeah,
Of course, in the new year, because this will be season.
yeah. This won't have to happen until New
obviously, but we pick a console. Obviously, one we all have, and we.
I don't know if it matters if it's the console. Does it?
Well, no, because I'm saying I say we each take a turn, if you will, kind of like what they do on that other awesome podcast, Iconoclash. They pick albums and stuff that are older,
right.
and maybe underrated, but go to GameStop, find a game that's reasonable, like for PS4 or Xbox One. That's say like, oh, this game, not necessarily a backlog, but something that's cheap.
I have too many games I haven't played that I already have. That's why I was
exactly.
kind of thinking, let's already just do games that we have that we haven't finished and just do that instead.
What I'm saying, you could put it out like if we all like say you and Brandon have this game, it's only $3.99 at.
Oh, so we all do the same game? Is that what you want to do?
But pick it, yeah, and then we all play through and give our thoughts and opinions.
Well, let's if you want to start that way, let's try to find one we all have.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't have to be like this.
There's got to be stuff that we all have that we haven't played.
Because we all have a backlog that we just
We all
haven't
have-
touched.
Well, apparently we all have Last of Us now, so we could always.
I've beat that twice at
You
least.
can beat
so-
it again, and
I'll beat it again. I have no problem with that. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games.
or we can just play, or we can not even necessarily beat it, but like that all has multiplayer. We can try and
The multiplayer is actually really good in that. But
we could try and find like a time to play together before an episode and just
sure,
talk about playing together.
Yeah.
What
we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
that was just a thought, but
I was thinking that we could each have like a specific game ourselves, and each talk about our experience playing it.
Yeah.
Basically, one
Yeah,
at
I
a
like that.
time. We have a game that we haven't finished. We've either started or we definitely wanted to play, just haven't done it. It's just kind of been sitting in the back
Because we all
these
got like
new
a few of
games
those
keep coming.
games.
Yeah.
Like
I have a shit ton that I could talk about that would, and honestly, it would probably prevent us from continuously buying games that we don't play. It would actually make us sit down, play that game, so we could talk about it. I think that's
I like that.
that's
idea.
one way of doing that.
So that'll be a project definitely.
I mean, if you want to steal something from Iconoclash, I definitely like the idea of listening to an album week to week. I do like that.
Yeah, I'm
It doesn't
totally down
necessarily
for
have to
that.
be in like an old one, just like anyone. We each suggest one, we listen to it, and then
but
talk about it the next week or something like
that's
that.
stuff that we can discuss off air.
No, we talk about it now.
Right now is the time to talk about that.
Well, it's 2:00, and I think it's time to.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
done
it's
here.
Definitely time to stop because we've
Yep.
gone off the
I like
rails
those
enough.
ideas, but like I hate to just like steal shit from fucking Kyle.
Nah, it's fine. We're stealing from Kyle. I don't give a shit.
It's not
He doesn't
stealing
give a
from
shit.
us. I don't think anything we're doing is super original. It's just
No, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's not.
it's
but
just fun
still.
for us, you know. If it's fun for you, do it. That's all. That's how
We're
I.
stealing from him. I don't care. We're doing it.
Yeah.
They
You don't
have
care,
no
I don't
shame,
care. Fuck 'em.
Brandon.
I would like listening to it. I mean, I do shit like that because I think it's interesting, you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good idea to like, I don't know. So it would be entertaining, I think, once we all like sat down and talked about it.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
So we'll talk about this off air.
We'll do
You're right.
that.
Next week we've got our top 2018 picks. That's where we're starting. With
Next-
Unfortunately,
next
there's a couple
episode.
movies I want to see before then.
Well, then you
but-
better get moving.
Well, they're not going to be out before then, so there's a
Then it can't be on your 2018 list. Then
Yeah,
it
you're
ain't out
right.
Before then.
Now we hope for next week. We do want to say we hope for next week.
Next episode. whatever the fuck.
Next episode.
episode.
I'm rooting for next week.
We
'cause-
will be
Top
I can do
2018 in February.
we will
yeah, I'm going to have to work on that.
will at least be before the end of the year. I will.
So top 3 albums, movies. Was that it? And
It'll be
games.
the end of the year wrap up,
Games,
pretty much.
Do you want to do TV shows or anything like that, or nah?
So that would be shows
know how
that
much you
started
watch.
this year.
I don't-
Or at least you've
I don't
like
watch much
seasons that
TV.
you've watched this year.
Okay. Yeah,
I've only got
might
3
well
as it
throw-
is anyway, so
We'll
We
figure it
might
out.
as well throw it in there though.
We'll talk about
yeah,
that.
I've got a few.
We'll talk about that off air, but I think it is time to.
Smoothie
wrap.
just wants to talk about everything off air. Fuck the show. We'll just talk
Yeah.
in the fucking Twitter
Yeah.
chat.
Well, let's not plan. Let's not
Fuck
plan
this
our
podcast,
show
you
on
know?
the show. All right,
To
let's
quote Smoothie, fuck the unknown podcast.
plan it offline, and I will suggest that give the Rat Pack a listen and give some Dark Lizard. Tell me you
Yeah,
can.
it's
Same
most of the
fucking thing.
comparisons there.
That-
They sound almost eerily similar.
Find
The
the power.
Rat Pack and Dark Lotus.
Same thing.
Find the parallel before next episode.
All right. Let's put this to bed.
All right, wrap it.
So this has been episode 20. It's been a long, strange trip. We talked about some
Jesus.
jingly bells, silver balls, and all that stuff.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it's
we did.
time to make this night silent and sign off here. So
Where can we find you, Smoothie?
I am your boy Smoothie, but of course, said at the beginning and I'm saying it at the end. And you can find me on the
Thank you,
Instagram.
Kyle.
Was that a drum roll? Thank you. You can find me on the Instagrams and Twitter, INC_smoothie. And you can find me on YouTube, INC Smoothie Entertainment. Just search for it. There will be a video coming up soon, an unboxing video of the House of Crazies, 25 years of Crazies cassette box tape. So I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. As long as you release that
Yeah,
video.
you better release it.
Yeah, I got that. That's just go ahead. Brandon, where can we find you?
Captain Howdy 1027, Instagram and Twitter. And Howdy Inc. on YouTube.
And Scott?
The Garbage Bin, Instagram, Twitter. That's it.
And lastly, we want to thank our special guest, Kyle Special Keezy, the Iconoclash podcast. Great homie, a friend of ours. Where can we find you at and your show?
Yes, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. Everything for me is available at iconoclash.net or keezy.com. It's both the same. So check it out, whatever's easiest.
Find his partner ends as well.
Yeah,
We gotta give him find him out.
Definitely got to give love to the folks at Iconic Lash. Always dropping our information there at the end of their show.
They do.
Really,
They give us a shout out.
I never make it to the end of the year's show. Like on Tuesday or Wednesday night lately, I've been like watching like from the beginning of it, and then I realized like you got to like scroll a little bit into it to like really get to the beginning of the show. But I never get to the end of the show though.
Yeah, sorry.
It's your problem, man.
No, I'm not like saying that it's a bad thing by any means, which it probably did sound that way. But
always,
you sound like you're just bitching about him.
No, I didn't take it like that. The second, well, we always take like a break, but we leave it live. So if you're watching it on Facebook, there is like a 10-minute gap in the middle too. So I can understand that. But the one that we throw up on YouTube and the one that's in your podcatchers is all that shit's cut out. It's bam, bam, bam. The last half of our show is actually the most fun because we do our little segments and shit like that. So, but we usually end up arguing at some point during the first half too. So, look forward to that.
Definitely worth watching, worth listening to. I enjoy when I come in there live. Usually Scott and I were in there.
I wish I could do that, but I'm always working then.
I'm working too, but I still just get on there.
Oh
anyway.
my, I'm working as well.
Well, thanks for hopping on, and you do.
But it works out well because they usually go like what about noon, one-ish on Tuesdays,
11 to 1, depending on when he gets here.
But by the time I'm ready to leave work, I'm usually just plugging it in and listening to it on the ride home, but still glancing down and seeing them too, and trying to figure out what I'm reading on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to tell you guys one thing. This is exclusive.
Shit.
I'm working on a cool. I mean, I haven't talked to him in like a week about it, but I'm working on a cool, maybe new podcast with Derek about comics.
Oh shit! I was hoping you were going to talk about another fucking Kesey album or something.
No, I mean that's always in the works. It's been like 10 years strong, man. It's
it's like the new Tool album.
You know, there's
maybe we can have a Joy EP there.
Yeah, it'll come.
Dark Forces and Kesey.
Yeah, just you fucking wait, man. One of these days it'll fucking slam down.
It's happening. It's gonna smash you in the face.
It'll smash out like
part 2
right on your forehead.
Damn right.
Like
still ripping.
All these years,
just like Ninja Land 2 and all that shit.
So
it's definitely happening. Yeah.
All dick ripping aside, this has been the Unknown Podcast on behalf of myself, Brandon, Scott, and Kyle. We wish to say
at the Unknown Pod on Twitter and .com, theunknownpod.com.
And we wish to.
And then, you're done. Go ahead.
No, and we wish to say. What do I always say, Scott? What do we say?
Hashtag stay smooth.
But of course.
But of course, yeah. Smoothie, but of course.
Good night. Now if I can find the pause button. There it is.
Hit that pause button. Smash that pause button.